Now Fantasy Grounds will work.
Yep.
There we go.
And then choose your item. I knew. Like I didn't have a full count here. There's only not all of your entries were in. Okay.
Waiting for it now. Will connect?
Did you restart on Fantasy
I can
Grounds?
do that. Alright.
What was the character name that punched you in the face? Was that Koa's character?
No, that was Mortem.
What?
You are connected.
Woo! Yeah, there we go. About time. Why has that never been an issue until now?
You might have had an update to Hamachi, or maybe you rebooted your computer and didn't reconnect to Hamachi manually.
Oh, I had to re-download Hamachi this afternoon because it was for some reason not starting up.
But yeah, there you go. That's why. So
That's
it doesn't automatically connect to a network the first time after you reinstall it. Now that you're connected to the network, every time it comes up, it should.
And go into the party sheet.
Yeah, go to party sheet.
Box, a cup and string, and a glowing golden trinket. Oh, so everyone picked the same thing? I'll go.
No, some people have picked the light blue box. Some people have done the golden trinket.
Cup and string sounds lame, so I'm gonna pick them.
That's exactly what I did.
And it was a pretty good one, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. I won't need it though.
I almost picked the cup with the string just because it sounded like something I could entertain myself with.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
Now let me erase those.
Switch that out to the screens.
So the rule.
So are these like one? Oh,
what?
Okay. Are these like a one-time use?
Yes. Once they are used, that's it. Gone. Done.
Ah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Otherwise, break the game.
Oh, that's a pretty good one. I dig it.
Yeah, they're all equally awesome. Okay, so I thought about giving you guys your evolving items, but I admit that I got lazy. I was playing my VR. Okay, so and Val are over there making out. Okay, so, and Koa picked your thing. You just heard that strange.
It just disappeared.
Just appeared and then disappeared after dropping Koa off in the middle of the fighting ring.
Me?
Not Koa, Nick. Val.
Okay. I was like, damn, so I did miss a lot.
I'm poking at Val's tail.
Do we have a map up at all?
There is. You guys are at your volcano island.
Okay, I got it. Are we gonna kill these people or what?
I'm gonna have fun first.
You wanna watch them squirm?
Alright. Is the rink built or ring?
After a few hours, the ring is indeed built.
Alright. So, ah, damn it. Sorry, my mind just like blanked out.
Manual labor. Slaughter.
What?
General, unload the ship, so build the barrier back up.
Is there someone I can talk to about these portals? I gotta figure out these portals.
That's right. Oh yeah, that's right.
We're gonna have to probably go to a library or something.
Yeah,
I didn't even know about
like
that.
Huh?
Nick knows about what you guys discovered within those boxes.
Oh yeah. No, he wasn't here for that.
I don't know anything. I don't even remember killing this captain.
Oh, you're gonna like
Thing?
this. No, you guys it got an abnormally good thing.
So what we could salvage of the cargo from the siren song before before a kraken destroyed the ship.
Yeah.
We got enough
to build
materials to build 2 portals.
I thought it was for 5. There was enough for
2
5.
portals.
Oh, 5 sets of portals is right. Yeah. You know how to make the portals. Find out about how to.
Was it 5 sets?
That's what I wrote. Or that is a real fucked up too. Poor penmanship.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's great.
Just rolling around in the back.
Oh, that ship's
damn
gonna
it.
come back and start freaking putting lasers down.
That has just opened a whole box of worms right there. Time to fuck with.
Put it on their hands. Oh, dude, that's fucked up. Okay. Oh god. Okay. So you guys have what it was you have 2 sets of portals, which means that's a total of 4 portals. But you had 1 extra portal, just not the matching set. So you do have 5. Technically, you have 5 portals, but remember, they have to match. They're.
So we have to acquire.
It's like a door. You know what I mean? There's a way in and a way out.
So we have to acquire another set from the bottom of the ocean to.
There are 5 more on the bottom of the ocean right now.
Oh. How do we know? So we gotta test these things to see if we have ones that open up to the bottom of the ocean.
Well, you have to build them first.
And activate them, and yeah, that's some serious magic that we don't possess yet.
Right.
I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, you got some ideas?
I mean, it's not very far, but locate object.
Indeed, that is true. That would help. That right there will help you find where on the bottom of the ocean this is at. But you have to remember, how are you going to get to the bottom of the ocean?
Mr. Druid Fishy Person.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm a dog.
You could technically down below, find out where this thing is, and verify where the ship is at, and actually bring the stuff up.
Yeah.
Considering the fact that
What CR creatures can you turn into?
he can turn into two, I think. No, not 2. Half. So he has swim speed.
Oh, there you go. Was it like an alligator on that list or something like that?
Well, since the ocean water, he's gonna have to look for something like a.
Dude, crocodiles can survive in. Crocs and certain alligators can survive in frickin'.
Yeah, but how far
water.
can a croc go down underwater?
I don't think
They sleep on the bottom.
Yeah, they sleep on the bottom of a lake that's like 30 feet deep at tops, but what about like a 3 or 4 league ocean?
I don't know.
How was it? Were we in the open ocean when that thing?
Yeah, you guys were,
Okay.
and you gotta remember there was that maelstrom that you guys ran away from.
How do I
CR one half.
We're gonna deal with his ass.
Maybe we got lucky and we got 1 in and 1 out of the 5 that we know about.
If we look at the NPC list, you can filter the NPC list by CR, and on CR one.
You know what?
How about this? We have the
sharp.
guys that we're going to kill anyway, test out the portals that we build, if we got an entrance and an exit, and then the other ones will just die by going to the bottom of the ocean. We don't really give a shit.
No, because in order for a portal to be activated, both portals have to be activated.
He can be a reef shark. Reef sharks can freaking go down pretty far.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, you could sell this information to the Arcane Brotherhood and tell them that this ship went down.
and then kill them for what they find. I'm supposed to be the good guy.
See?
Yeah, I would love to see you guys go against Arcane Brotherhood Wizards.
Not just yet, but maybe in the future. Anyways, okay, so I step in the middle of the ring and summon the Siren Song crew to the edge.
Okay.
Who wants to join our crew?
Pretty much all of them raise their hands. Actually, all of them do.
Then you will have to prove it. One-on-one battle. Winner gets to join. Loser gets a surprise.
Some of them are a little skittish, and one begins to run away.
Someone loose an arrow at that fucker.
No, I Misty Step in front of him.
He falls to the ground, surprised.
Get back to the ring.
Alright, he grudgingly goes back, tail between his legs.
Oh, Jeff, did I find anything I investigated about if there were any useful members that might be unworthy to fight but smart?
No.
We lost a lot of the crew.
Yeah, most of the crew died, and you got pretty much deckhands.
Oh, well. Cannon fodder.
Alright, so first pair come up.
Place your bets, everyone. Place your bets.
Well, let me get into either one looks like before I want to make a bet.
Two burly pirates, one with a scimitar, one with a spear.
I'll take the guy with the spear, yeah.
Okay, so we wanted to place some bets down. Alright,
I'm down.
alright. Okay, so pirate one with the spear. How much money you putting down?
10 gold pieces.
Huh?
Ooh, too rich for my blood.
Yeah, 1,200. That's gotta be a typo.
10 gold pieces. I want 10 gold pieces.
Okay,
Yes, we have
Brian,
the group
pick up your
cash.
percentile dice. Brian, you'll be battling for the guy with the spear. I'll be battling for the guy with the scimitar. All right. And it looks like
Why did it add a +2? What the hell?
I don't know.
Proficiency.
I would have lost it anyways. So, like this guy with scimitar wins, right? Yep.
Damn it.
Mark off your goal.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Just I'll put 10 in the party sheet.
Yeah. Alright, you guys feel the island kind of rumble a little. Not nearly as violent as it used to be.
I just put 10 more in your gold piece. I took 10 out of mine. Damn it, I don't lose any more money now.
The demon appears right in the middle of the fighting ring.
Oh shit.
Boy slinks back.
Afraid. This is our benefactor.
Oh no. Anybody read that gobbledygook?
Our Lord and Master asks why he has been summoned.
Feeding time.
You guys hearing me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thought I was on mute before. Thank you.
What are you saying?
And then the demon
He
takes a seat.
approves and let the games continue.
In that case, I'll bet some more.
An obsidian throne appears before the he actually turns the entire ring into a amphitheater made out of obsidian that everybody can sit at.
Nice.
Glorious.
He controls the land around him, and all of the captives are in respective cages awaiting. The battle goes on, and every time that a pirate loses, the demon lifts the poor body up into the sky, and as it is being lifted up into the sky, the pirate is screaming in absolute pure agony as his soul is ripped away from his body violently and sucked into the gaping maw of the demon. And nothing but a gray ashen husk falls to the ground. The rest of the pirates are pretty freaking creeped out about this.
Bet they want to fight hard now.
Winner go home. Go down.
Around you, the wind begins to pick up, and you notice something on the demon's face. Something you've never seen before. Worry.
Sorry, did you say the storm was back?
Hey, the wind is picking up, and you see dark clouds on the southern horizon.
Is it familiar clouds that we've seen before?
The demon disappears into a pool of lava. The wind and lightning begin to crash around you.
What?
To the cave. I holler from the...
Alright, Cap.
Everybody to the cave.
Alright.
His brother is coming.
Oh, that's right.
The trees around you begin to whirl. They bend and creak, and some of them even snap. Lightning cracks around you. It even zaps some of your people. 2 pirates die on the spot. Their souls get sucked into the abyss. All of you make it to the cave. And you see, at the head of the cave, this figure of lightning and wind, grinning from ear to ear, looking at you.
And we have to get through it? Is that what you're saying? Like in between us and the cave?
It is on the mouth of the cave. It can't seem to enter through the black obsidian.
Can I cast Protection of Thunder? Or, lightning?
Well, this thing will not be able to breach the cave entrance. You are protected from it for now.
Okay, gotcha.
But speaking,
Can I understand it?
No. I wish I could read that.
Okay.
okay, sorry, I was taking notes. He's threatening to kill us. He's saying, "Join me or die."
Join him or die.
He's offering us treasure beyond imagination. If we were to join him.
Do I get an airship if I join you?
Should we say challenge the demon surf?
Mortem has told them.
Right now, the demon is offering us power to join him, and I'm saying that we are bound to his brother because we are. The tattoo on our chest, if he can snap his fingers and we all die. So I'm being very cautious not to piss off the one we're already bound to.
That's why I'm saying challenge.
Against brother in their own arena.
Winner takes us.
Man, I feel like a bell with all sort of. I'm just getting me all right. Wafty.
And got the vapors.
I can't talk to this guy, so you guys.
I'm telling. I'll say to the group in common. I will not betray my master, and I'll say the same thing to this guy.
Okay.
In Infernal.
Trey, you know.
All right, he looks at you, Val, and says this.
I walk back over to the caged minions, and I set the next set free.
A key, a strange-looking golden triangular-shaped key, appears on the floor of the right outside the cave. The demon disappears, and the wind's calm.
This happens in front of me, the key, or in front of
Yeah,
us,
well,
or?
you see the key outside of the protection of the cave.
Oh, I see.
And yeah, so it's a glowing golden key with a triangular head on it.
And so I'll fill in the group as to what my conversation with him was just about, and I'll say I don't understand why I'm losing my memory and losing control of my body. He claims to have the power to remove the curse, and I told him that I didn't believe him. Just vanished and left his key behind and said, "Pass my tests, and you will know the truth." He claims to be able to vanquish his brother. I don't know. I don't know if we can trust him.
What language are you guys speaking?
And they are speaking infernal.
Infernal. Devil's tongue. Or the demon's tongue.
Demon's tongue.
Yeah, we're both warlocks, so yeah, it kind of makes sense that we would be able to speak demon.
Right. There's not much to his offer besides power, right?
Freeing me of whatever is afflicting my soul, and I have a pact with a master, and this is really getting in the way, But I don't know if I can trust him. He's a demon. Or he's a devil. No, I'm sorry, he's a demon. So, they'll make good on their promises, but their promises will be warped and evil.
Right.
You gotta take everything they say with a grain of salt.
Right, exactly.
The fact that our master was diminutive in the face of this demon does sway my opinion slightly, but being a man of honor, I mean, I'm a murderer, but I mean, I already did have one pact with this guy. Nothing. What about, did he mention what the test might be?
It was purposely, I believe, vague. Said nothing about it. Only that he could remove the whatever entity it is that is residing in my brain. That he can remove it. He says it was in the bowels of my domain is the light stone, which will exorcise his brother from the world. I don't know if that means that he wants us to go get the light stone to banish his brother, or if he just
I'm wondering if
summon it.
he just wants us to get rid of his brother for him, so that way he can be the only demon.
Well, it looks like his brother is pretty well protected by the obsidian from him. Like, he can't enter that realm for some reason, and he needs someone who's been marked by his brother to betray them. To betray him, otherwise it would be impossible for him to do it.
So you guys see Val scream out in absolute pain and terror for a good 10 minutes.
Oh, Jesus.
Convulsing on the ground, and he comes to.
What the piss is going on with you, man? First you disappeared, now you're sitting there having seizures and shit.
You in labor?
I don't know. I know not. My pact, something's interfering with my pact. And I believe these demons and devils are vying for control of my soul.
I'll be right back.
Using my body to their own whims. I'm completely losing consciousness, losing myself, losing my sense of self, and not remembering anything. Vaguely, I sometimes have visions of the hut with the chicken legs.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
This time, it was a headless woman.
Visions of a hut with chicken legs.
This time, it was a different vision. It was a headless woman with flashes, like flashing my skin with talons. But instead of a head, I don't know. Instead of a head, it had like a glowing triangle.
That's where we put the key.
Yeah, but I don't understand. The head of a headless woman with talons? I don't even know what that means. Does that ring a bell to anybody? Anybody know anything like that?
Headless woman?
It's gotta be demonic. It's gotta be some kind of demon.
Gotta be.
Doesn't sound good.
Who's the demon? Do we know anything about this demon that's trying to get us to go against our...
He's
He's an electric tempest demon.
He's like a storm demon or whatever.
Would the captain of the Siren Song known that?
What's the other one? The one that we're currently bound to. What kind of demon is he?
Lava.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I gotta use.
So far, lava is all we've noticed.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a chicken, not check. Chicken.
Oh, chicken. I thought it was a chick. I thought it was like a woman.
My bad. Yeah, no, it's a chicken. So it's a whole chicken.
So it's a whole chicken with no head.
Yep.
Talons are scratching me, and it's like scratching up my chest and guts. When I look down at it, I see that it's just like a glowing triangle in its head.
That's
where its
right.
head should be.
Yep.
So I don't understand what this means. I convey it to the guys to see if anyone knows anything. Can I...
We do like a religion check on it.
Absolutely.
I was thinking Arcana is the only thing that I would
both
know.
of them. Both. You can actually do both.
That in
Who's
the
walking to the forge?
Roll against a DC of 18 for both. And nope.
me.
Okay. You know that this is symbolic to the dancing hut of Baba Yaga.
Oh, chicken
You know-
legs, chicken legs,
Yeah.
chicken leg hut.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, we're gonna have to put our fighting arena on the hold, and we need to find this hut.
So,
This sounds like Baba Yaga, guys. This is.
what do you guys? How is Baba Yaga involved in your guys' past?
He's not back yet.
Oh, we're throwing checks at this thing.
We got put on a quest by our demon to stop his brother from entering this world, and we've been trying to gather clues to where he's been, and you were like the final clues.
Me?
Yeah, you told us the island where to locate him.
No, that was me, right? I drew the picture.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, so our demon wanted us to stop his brother from entering the world. Now,
Jenny's
brother,
typing something.
now the brother wants us to, banish our demon.
Yeah, so the brothers are trying to pit us against each other to fight their war for him.
So the Tempest demon, he sent me, well, I don't know if he was the one who sent me the vision. I just was racked with pain and had this vision that have like this golden triangle, and that golden triangle seems to match this key, right? So does it seem like maybe that these things are connected?
Yeah.
That's what it seems like to
Baba
me.
Yaga's hut.
Golden triangle?
I'm guessing the domain he was talking about is Baba Haga's hut.
Okay.
Because it said in the bowels of my domain is the light stone.
That's
He
what
gave you a
wants.
key that would.
And the light stone's what gets rid of our demon, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm guessing we either choose which one we're gonna get rid of.
Well, our demon kind of tucked tail and ran.
We should have told him to fight.
I mean,
I might have tried to intimidate him into fighting.
He disappeared too quick.
what about the forger in the forge?
Jeff, did you see Jenny's
Yeah, I did.
note?
We're talking about it right now.
Oh, shit.
Okay,
Okay.
so
So how
also,
far away is that
Up
island?
in tower.
Who?
Val.
So how many days
Okay.
sail is it from our island to this other island?
What's the name of the
It's a
island?
1 day. It's 1 day. It's not that far
No.
away.
Okay.
Val, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Right back. I need a new battery for my dick.
I say, fuck it, let's go find this light rock.
Where was it at?
It's the South Island. If you look on your
Coast.
Sword Coast map.
Oh, sorry.
Initiative, yeah. Yeah, so look at Sword Coast. It is the island just south of you guys. And Minotaur.
Minotaur?
Yeah, that's right.
Oops. we already... When can we already go to this island, or we were going to? Drew a picture of it. Yeah, Minotaur.
Or were we heading there when we got intercepted
that's right.
by that storm?
That's right.
Well, let's go.
Yeah.
Get it.
Now is this something that I can locate object since we know what it is? Or is
no, not necessarily. You have to. This
it's not really familiar with
object on the same plane that you're on.
Same plane. What?
Yeah. Okay. So in D&D, you have multiple dimensions. So that's what planes are. And you currently are on what's called the prime material plane, which is a mixture of all the inner planes. What these demons are not on the same plane of existence, only partially on this plane of existence. Ghosts are on the ethereal plane and the prime material plane. That's why you can see them and yet can't touch them. Demons, when they are trying to materialize, they are in one of their home planes, either the Nine Hells, the Abyss, Pandemonium, and the prime material plane at the same time. It's just that they're weakened because they have to have a body. You have to follow the rules of the plane that you have your full power. So these demons don't have the full power. Now imagine that. These demons were able to control elements on a catastrophic level, and yet they don't even have bodies yet. Just imagine when they get their true forms.
Should we talk to our demon, see if there's a way to kill his brother? That might be easier.
You could.
We're just gonna go kind of secret style to.
Well, I don't think we can trust this fucking electric guy at all.
Well, we may not be able to trust him, but we can trust him about as far as we can trust the other one.
Yeah, but the other one could just kill us.
Yeah, but we're the only ones really doing the job of making him stronger by feeding him souls. It does him no purpose, and if he's already diminutive in the eyes of his brother, it would only make it further.
We have to appeal. We have to appeal to his greed. We have to tell him that he wants us to go on a quest, and we want to double cross him, and we want our demon to help us double cross him, so he can usurp his brother and gain his power and all this shit. We gotta be crafty about it.
Right.
That way he supports us and helps us go after the brother. We can wait right up to the last minute, double cross him.
Maybe if we go to the demon, our demon with maybe not all the knowledge of the quest, like the key and shit, because maybe that might anger our demon to talk about the one thing that's gonna remove our curse.
What if we tried to plan something to get rid of both of them?
I think that what we need to do is kind of advance our knowledge and power a little bit, and then kind of use that to turn against each other, and as a way to kill both of them and come out on top.
Okay. Now, on this island, do we know anything about this island besides the fact that it was drawn by our demon friend, or evil friend?
No, you know nothing about it. In fact, if you wanted to, you could,
Billy knows more about it than we do.
Oh, so she's super old.
Hey,
I'm game still to go to the island, because we were going to go there anyway.
Yeah, for sure. Let's hop ship and go.
Ready.
Will we access the forge? A little bit disheartened.
Oh, that's sweet! I have never noticed this button before.
What's that?
It fills the entire game board with map.
Oh yeah.
In the background, to where it's like kind of out of the way, but not really.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Dude, see, you're learning the game board already, man.
I thought that was like the minimize button. Even better.
Yep. So what are we gonna do about our demon? Are we gonna just not say anything about this to him at all? Are we gonna tell him that we're gonna try and play both ends against the middle, see if we can get him to encourage us to go against his brother, and then use the power for our own good at the end?
Well said. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. Alright. Go there, let the demon that we're currently working with say his brother is trying to against him. We're gonna go ahead and act like we're gonna go ahead and do this. Like minor relations.
So one of the warlocks should talk to him since we speak Infernal, right? You want to do it?
Is anybody else getting
been longer, like in his employ
script
longer?
error thing?
We like it.
No.
So are we jumping on the ship?
Oh, I thought we were going to talk to our demon before we left.
Brian,
I don't know how to summon him or whatever, but I think the other warlock can speak to him, and you guys been in business together longer, so.
Are we waiting for someone?
yeah, I was just messaging Brian. Okay, so you guys are you guys loading the ship up?
I think so.
Yeah, let's make this thing ready to go.
Okay.
Yep.
We don't need much food.
Yeah,
No,
for
it's
one
only a
day.
day away. Yeah. So, Val, do me a favor, roll a perception check.
Oof.
And never mind.
Oh, Jesus. The rolls are garbage tonight.
We will roll that. We'll roll
Wait,
that.
hold on. I got a Christmas gift I want to cash in. Can I do that?
Second chance.
You can if you want.
All
Yeah.
right.
That's better.
Yeah.
Your key actually changes in intensity. It glows and changes in intensity as you turn.
Oh, it's like a compass. Like Captain Jack's compass that points towards
What you really want.
the island or whatever. So I'll convey this to the group, and whomever is the best navigator, I'll show them. I think this thing is acting like a compass to point us towards towards the door, and then we'll see if we can break out our charts or see if we can figure out if it's pointing us in the direction of the island that we're going, if we think we're going in the right direction.
Well, you drew the picture of the island. You and or someone and
I drew a
Bowie
picture.
already.
I mean, I'm assuming we have navigators, have
Yeah,
charts
Bowie
and
is our
maps or
navigator. Bowie, the cat. Yeah, she's our navigator.
Yeah,
But,
so
she
I'll
already matched the drawing of your island to the island on the maps.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
We know what
But
island.
I want to know if this thing is lighting up in intensity when we're pointing in the right direction. Is the direction pointing towards that island? Are we connecting the right dots? If this thing's pointing us somewhere else and we're going towards this island, maybe we're connecting the right dots.
All of you that are on the ship right now, this almost bubble appears completely around your ship. And all of you find that you don't have to breathe, even though you are breathing.
That's confusing.
I get on the helm and will it to go down just to test it out.
You notice that the ship sink, everybody, and water is encapsulating all of you.
But we can breathe.
Oh, we got a summer boat.
Water comes down up over the keel, now over the waterline, and then finally over the weather deck of the main deck. And it is still going down. The water reaches you guys, and for some reason, you don't actually leave deck. You are on deck as if it was plain air, and you were able to move about freely. The ship is completely submerged underwater.
Bully says, "No! Wet again!"
Oh, where are we going?
Well, I think at this point the key is the answer, right? Because
follow the key.
whichever way we rotate, it's like brighter when we're brightest when we're in the right direction.
Okay,
The key right now
take a day.
to a weapon we need. And our demon has blessed the demon soul to be able to travel underwater to get to the mermaid sanctuary.
Should we try and get the other portals since we're a submarine now?
Oh, that was my thoughts. Make a stop first.
Does anyone have locate object?
Yes, we do.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
It's too serendipitous not to at least try.
But I thought Jeff said that it wasn't usable for this.
Well, you could. None of us could go underwater, but you.
You can do it on tablets that are on this plane. They're wanting you to look for the portal fragments, the portal boxes. You can do that, but for the demonic, kill switch, that's on a whole nother plane. You can't use locate objects.
Oh, okay. So we're just checking to see if it's down here, any boxes.
Basically, you've been provided an opportunity to get the rest of the boxes, possibly.
Okay. Just to double check, how many spells total can I have again?
How many spells?
Yeah.
Okay, let me check your character. You are a druid. Okay, so if you go to your actions tab.
Right, I have it open.
Alright, and also I'm going to put you guys at a rest right now, but you see where it says spell slots, Austin?
Uh-huh.
Alright, hold on.
Did you just say we have a long rest?
Hold on.
Because I've used a spell slot since the last.
Yeah, I'm gonna do long characters.
Alright, get off.
Can you take off the unconscious? The long rest.
Yeah, I'm in a long rest right now. Okay. Let me fix your.
Yeah, we gotta get these. Trying to think of how this all fits.
Okay, so you get to cast 4 first levels, and you get to cast 4 second level spells. Now here's we're going while we're kind of.
got rid of.
Is someone hot micing? Yeah, Jenny is. Jenny, could you cut off your hot mic, please? Hey Jenny, can you turn your hot mic off? But for you, Austin, go to the spells button, sort by druid. Okay, and just start picking. You can pick 8 spells combined between first and second level.
Right,
there you go.
Yeah, I had them on there. You erased them.
Oh shit! Locate all objects on there twice.
Oh, they were just lower. I just put it on there twice. Okay, never mind. I didn't scroll down enough.
Go ahead and delete one of those. But you get 8 spells you can pick from at a first and second level. Make sure that you pick some that are combat worthy. There you go. So yeah, you have locate object as a second level spell.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast that
Resetting
on the
effects. Got it.
boxes.
Alright, that's good. Yeah, so look at your Elementor's Guide, look at the Player's Handbook, look at all the other different resources that you can have. And pick your spells. This is where it gets to be tactical. You still get the benefit of being a new player and kind of experimenting a little bit, but there will come a day where...
Yeah, that's why I asked, because I'm still grabbing spells accordingly to the way the game's going. So that's why I was just making sure.
That's totally fine. And I'm gonna allow that for a while because you get the benefit of being a newbie and pick what you want. So, but once you pick, it goes onto your character sheet for good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, when you gain levels, you get more spells to choose from.
Right, from level 3 now.
Yeah, or level 2 or level 1. Remember, this is one of the biggest things spellcasters make, like new spellcasters make as a big mistake, is they don't appreciate the value of a well-placed low-level spell. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, most of my spells right now are lower level, so.
Right. So, keep in mind the situation, but also remember that there are going to be a lot of combat instances that you do not want to be, you're back against the wall with nothing to defend yourself against other than your scimitar or quarterstaff, as you will.
Okay, so I should make sure to save some room for the higher levels stuff.
Well, it's not just higher level, it's direct damage type spells or creatively damaging spells, such as, for example, one of my staples as a spellcaster is I like to cast sleep on the room, because when they're all asleep, then I can just do what's called the coup de grace, and they're all dead,
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
So, yeah, you'll have opportunities to fight against spellcasters of mine with druids and such and see how they are played, more or less. And it will give you ideas of what to do in certain situations. But you're already showing a talent in it, so...
Yeah, I was just gonna count on level 8 and just fly out of
well, on your time is look up, look up on the internet, like Google some... Most of your spells require you to be outside. Okay, so let's go down there.
How's that?
You sound good.
Still has a bit of feedback on my end. It still has a bit of feedback on my end.
Not that I notice. I'm not hearing feedback.
It's just me.
I hear a very little bit of feedback, but only on you.
I have it push to talk.
Do we want to try to get the portals first and then follow the key? Or...
area?
Let's just go on the way. Look for them all the way.
They'll be in 2 different areas.
In opposite directions?
Well, the glowing key seems to be pointing in one direction away from the portals. However, you do have a vague idea of where the portals are from above water. You can navigate back to that.
Okay, well, I mean,
So
demon can wait. It's not like we have anything urgent to get to immediately after.
is our light, our demonic lights projecting as well underwater as they did above water?
Yeah. In fact, you guys
Sweet.
are able to see through the murkiness of the deep.
Alright, that's just cool.
I say we try to grab the portals first.
For sure. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna check it first.
Because if we can locate them, you can turn into a shark, pop out, grab them, bring them back, and hell, it's 5 boxes. 5 crates.
Can I turn into a shark now?
Was that Austin?
I thought I could only do a crocodile.
No, you. The way shape change works, or polymorph, whatever, is you have to have seen whatever it is that you're trying to shape change into, and also you have to meet the challenge rating rules. So, in your
He
case,
can do into a half, right?
up to half challenge rating. Yes. Now, shark, depending on the shark, may be far greater than that of a half challenge rating. Sharks, remember, almost kicked your guys' ass in the Temple of Elemental Evil.
Well, in the NPCs, just saying, you can sort by challenge rating.
Yes.
And I put a half in there, and reef shark pops up.
Reef shark,
So does
right.
crocodile.
Can you pull your mic away from your vape?
Oh, sorry. That's my bad.
I didn't even know that's a vape.
Get
I did, but it wasn't me this time.
That was awesome. Oh, dude, I need to go smoke some weed.
Alright, so
Yeah. Okay.
on the way down, keep an eye out for a shark.
Also, well, I'm just gonna I'll let you.
I don't know what you're talking about. People smoking weed. That's just crazy.
Bro, man, where's mine, dude?
I'm blowing it into the microphone.
Okay, we're gonna fucking smoke that.
It's a little harder.
It's in my lungs now. It's like Friday. It's like when you shoot me. It's, oh, you want to get hit of this?
I just can picture Jeff sucking on his speakers trying to get the smoke out.
Oh, dude, I got hooked up last night. Okay, yeah. And I just got fucking some garlic butter chicken. Man, I'm ready for this shit. All right. So, okay. As far as underwater things, I'm going to allow you to use your imagination as to what you see. You can turn into a tuna fish. You can turn into a regular size, octopus, depending on where you go. You're going to be going underwater. And I don't know if you've ever been on the ocean, but there is a shit ton of stuff underwater. Some of them very frightening stuff. So,
Seen any whales out there?
you would not be able to turn into a whale. They're way too big. But I have seen whales on the ocean.
Oh, just throwing this out there. I did my, and I probably usually will do my blade pact with a crit sword.
Yep. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. So, you guys are setting sail out towards where the maelstrom is at, right?
Yep.
Are you floating above water, or are you exploring underwater?
We know what's on water. We need to know what's underwater.
All right. Well, you guys don't have the ability to navigate underwater. You would have to go above water because there's no reference points underwater. You don't have the sun. You don't have any of that stuff. So you would get lost underwater, especially since you're going away from the key. Can
we use locate object from the surface to determine when we're near and then submerge?
You guys can use it under the water right now. You can use that locate object right now. Let me look at it. What's the distance?
That's my concern, because if it's only 60 feet, then it's going to be a lot deeper than 60 feet in most places.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. The ship sank to 2 leagues under the water.
What about a squid? Squid's too big.
It says the object is within 1,000 feet of you.
Okay.
That's pretty deep.
That is pretty deep, but
squids can make it.
Yeah, squids can make it. Yes. Yeah, if you
It
guys
says
believe
you've
the
had to
protection,
see the object at least once, which we have.
right?
Uh,
Your best bet is to go to wherever the maelstrom is at and start going underwater.
yeah. Okay. Ooh, God, that's a level 2 spell. Ooh.
Yep. So you have to cast it very carefully.
It lasts up to... Damn it. I think it was 1 minute or 10 minutes. 10 minutes. So one cast lasts 10 minutes, so yeah, let's go to about where we got the siren song and see if we can locate it.
Okay. You guys start heading out towards that way, and a day into your trip, you start to see the storm that you left behind, and you see the maelstrom, but it doesn't have quite the same pull. What are you doing? You descend under the water?
I was about to ask, do you guys think it's time that we get under the water now?
I think so.
No?
Yeah, if the
No
storm
time
is
like the present.
raging.
Alright,
I'm
Gotta
gonna
remember what's underneath there.
you guys sink down under the water, and your light reveals a scene of total horror. Ahead of you, you see the funnel of the maelstrom violently raging counterclockwise in a tornado-like motion, reaching down below the darkness of the depths. It goes below that which you can see, further and further and further, and it is larger than any mountain you have ever witnessed. Within the maelstrom's center, you see many whales and even a kraken that has been torn apart by the force of the maelstrom.
We don't want
Going
to go in
under
that
the water
direction.
doesn't matter.
As you guys sink down below, you see the maelstrom come to almost a pinhead point.
Oh, that's where the portal is.
The very, very center of the maelstrom and the dryness of it is the ship.
Yeah, okay, those are lost.
Right.
Until we get rid of this maelstrom.
Can
So
we do an Arcana check as the Maelstrom?
you can do an Arcana check on the maelstrom. What are you trying to discern?
What's causing it? Is it emanating from the ship? Now,
Well, if you
part of
remember,
those
the
portals,
demon was
or-
the source of this. The elemental demon was the source of this thing. And when you guys evacuated the ship went into the maelstrom, and now it's at the bottom of the dry ocean. In a wall, basically a tornado of waves.
Is there a way to do a check to see if this is the our demon's brother's magic?
It is the one. It is the same one.
Okay, for sure the same one. Well,
Is there a way to shut it down?
There is a way to shut it down.
What
Okay.
what magic was it again?
Oh, the
Sorry?
key!
The key does not glow that way. It glows in completely the opposite direction.
Okay.
Can I re-roll? I'm gonna give this one a shot.
What are you trying to
Might
do?
as well.
Well, it's definitely.
Big,
his
I want
brother.
to warn you. I want to warn you. You screw with this maelstrom. It's not an if it will kill you, but when it will catastrophically rip you apart.
I think we should go to the island.
I'm gonna
first.
use this.
Yeah, I don't
I'm gonna use this
risk the
inventory
ship
item.
being torn apart.
Just the rabbit's foot.
You
I
want to
just
use
see
a
if we
rabbit.
can. Might as well.
Wait.
Let's figure
What are you
this
trying
thing
to do before you waste your trinket? You don't have. Basically, I'm just. Think about the.
Yeah.
This is
Right.
the thing about the worst Sharknado you've ever freaking seen, right? And your ship is
We'll
made
have
out
to
of.
come back to it. So.
Yeah, right.
I think if we go to the Mintar and maybe get the weapon that the brother deity to our demon to our demon. Once we get the weapon that it needs to vanquish his brother, maybe that tempest will disappear.
Right, you'll hear the Zelda sound.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay,
this is the carrot.
I mean, is shape water anything that can stand up to something like this?
No, not even close. You're not even dealing with water. You're dealing with force. You know.
Is it possible for us to get below?
It hits the dirt. From what he's saying, is the ship is sitting at the bottom of the ocean in a perfect cone of,
What if
tornado.
are parachutes a thing? Could we?
That would be
catapult ourselves.
That would be awesome.
Catapult ourselves into the middle and then pop the chutes.
I fucking love that. Do you want to try that? I mean, it's kind of like right in the end, the event horizon
even if we
of a black
got down
hole.
there,
You
how
get
do
too
we
close.
get back out?
Exactly.
That's a good point. How would we get back out? The presumption is that we stop whatever's going on down there and it stops. But then what? If we're lucky, we're on the ship and it rises back up to the top when the water fills in. But that just seems unlikely to me.
Yeah.
No, the ship was destroyed by a kraken, and now the kraken has been torn apart by the maelstrom itself.
Yeah. I think there's something so valuable on that ship that a demon might put a maelstrom on top of it just to keep it away. Maybe the portals are what kills the new demon trying to make the new bargain with his to kill his brother.
Right.
And
the key is actually guiding us to the item we need to destroy the Tempest demon.
But why else would the demon who was part of that maelstrom make this so obviously not somewhere to go? It's because it's got to be dangerous to him.
The ship in the middle of the ocean.
Well, could we be misreading this?
Is there any
We are.
of the kraken?
And the maelstrom. And now it's sitting in the bottom of the maelstrom. We just have no way to retrieve it.
But a tempest is an above the water thing, and this is controlling the water and making the water into this giant sinkhole.
Right.
So is there a water demon that we've yet to encounter that this is territory or something?
Someone's getting somewhere. Starting to see
Earth,
some clues.
fire, wind, water.
There might be more than just one demon you're dealing with.
Is there a heart demon?
I mean, lava could be earth. Tempest could be sky, storm.
Right, that
could be
makes
a water
sense.
one, and obviously a fire one at some point, or maybe the lava.
Our demon is the fire demon. He lives in a volcano and disappeared into lava.
Oh well, you know what? The fire demon would be afraid of the storm, right? Fire would be afraid of rain.
Yeah.
So what you're deducing is that there are two demons, in fact, at work right here in front of you.
At least.
I'm not impressed.
At least.
I'm very impressed.
I'm guessing there's going to be at least 4 of these.
Okay.
That seems likely, and they probably get combined in ways.
Okay, so do we want to just go to the island
Well, we follow the key. Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean.
The key is supposed to be leading us to. The key is supposed to be leading us to a weapon to destroy the demon.
Yeah, the light stone.
No.
Yeah.
A sword.
Oh, is it a sword? How did I miss that in mine?
Yeah.
There's a sword being held by the mermaids.
Oh, that I don't know.
Why our ship can go underwater now. I worked to deal with the demon, our demon, to be able to get to the mermaid sanctuary. And the key is leading us to that sword.
Have I been zoned out, or am I just not learning this?
I missed it too. I totally missed
That's
it.
because Brian had communion with the demon
Oh,
himself.
okay.
And Nick, you are able to do that too.
Okay, so let me roll back and ask about when we did find object. What object were we finding? Were we looking for the ship?
You didn't actually count it. He was looking for the crates, but you didn't have to because the ship was the ship that contains the rest of the portal fragments is in the center of the dry part of the maelstrom, the calm of the storm, that you so far cannot breach. But you're right, there is a tempest above the water too that rages.
Okay, so this is like water demon and air demon.
Right.
Okay.
More like on the border. So I'm going with out of character here. We're following sort of a elemental evil subdivision of the Borderland elements. Magma, there's no such thing as a magma element, right? It's between earth and fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Storm would be between earth and air and water.
Okay, I got it.
So that's free knowledge for your demonology there, champs. So you can deduce that you are right, that there are two demons, but they are not water and air. They could be something else. Like
combinations.
Twin.
Got it. All right.
Or it could be one demon that is
or it could be
on
one
the border of them. That's
There's only
on
one thing
border,
that we
and he
have
can control
solid.
water and air.
There's only thing we have solid information on, and that's the key. The key is a way to find the next step.
So the key points to the Mermaid Sanctuary, which is where we need to go to retrieve this weapon. But the Tempest Demon gave us the key, and the Magma Demon is the one who's telling us to use the key to find the weapon. So the Lightstone presumably could be the weapon?
Lightstone could be one of the weapons. That's the trick thing about demons, is who you gonna trust.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I'm understanding. Okay. So the deal that was struck was that he would tell us how to get a weapon that could kill the Tempest Demon. So we got to find out if it's the same weapon, because somebody floated that theory before. That might be the case.
Right. Either way, the key is leading us to a weapon that will destroy one of the demons.
Yeah, and the Tempest Demon told me that the key would lead me Well, he didn't really. He was super vague. He just said, pass my test, and left the key.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the key could be a huge red herring. Like either one of those demons could be able to control the key.
Right.
Oh man, you see, this is why I love D&D. I don't care about the epic sword fights. It's freaking laughter. Okay, so you guys are looking at this absolutely terrifying freaking maelstrom ahead of you. With lots of body parts from different various animals. Some of them you can identify, including that of a bronze dragon just kind of floating around its head. Just
how big is it?
The bronze dragon head? Big.
Damn. I want to be a bronze dragon.
Yeah? Yeah. Okay,
so wait, hold on. Before we move on, I'm still not 100% sure exactly what we were going to sense objects for. Portal fragments?
Yeah, they were using the opportunity to get the rest of the portal fragments. Because when you guys... Okay, so you have the island, right? You guys' last game session boldly recovered 5 boxes from the Arcane Brotherhood secret transport, right? Now, what you have deduced from it is that each box is twinned with another. Each portal has to be programmed with another of the same box. So there are technically 5 total portals, right? You guys have access to 2 complete ones and one that is not paired. But you still have to build them, you still have to activate them, you still have to power them, the whole 9. Right now, all you have are just, magical stones. But
so we have access to up to. So we can have up to 5 portals. Right now, we have access to about 2.5.
Right.
And the fragments allow us to build them or power them or whatever?
Pair them. No. So you guys, there are a total of 10 boxes, 10 crates. Each crate holds 1 portal. Each portal is twinned with another, right? So it's like a door, right, or like a wormhole, and each crate is one side of the wormhole. And you can put this
Stargate.
Yes, it's exactly what that is. Now you can put this on your island, right, and then you build the other portal somewhere else, anywhere in Faerun, and you have instantaneous access to that spot.
Okay, now I'm getting it.
But and this was the cargo that was masked by the pennant you guys were after. It just so happened that you guys did so well in retrieving the boxes. You were only supposed to get 1 crate to kind of give you a taste of what they are, but you have 4 crates and 5 crates, 2 total, 2 complete portal packages, and 1 that needs to be paired with something else. So once you guys start messing around with your Arcana, then this is going to go into the kingdoms because it's going to take build points to build them, but you'll have access outside of the island where it doesn't take you weeks to get resupplied. It's a preemptive of one of my later adventures for you guys. Okay, so you guys turn around and start going towards the glowing part of the key.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Get to the portal fragment, so.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get that dragon head.
The dragon
It was dead.
You don't want to get near that
the
before that
tornado.
maelstrom. Think of it as a black hole. It doesn't have an event horizon, and you will get tore up.
Okay, I cast Thorn Whip and bring it in.
Alright there, Pecos Bill.
I'm kind of joking, but not really.
Which folk hero rode a tornado? Lassoed a tornado?
Pecos Bill.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah. One of my favorites, dude. I fucking love that guy. Okay.
Alright. Yeah.
Well, let's get to this island then.
Let's follow the key then. I mean, we kind of know which
Alright,
direction we need
but
to go.
we,
We'll just start sinking when we get close.
Take us out.
Alright.
Doesn't Bowie have the key now? Isn't that what Val said? He's giving it to the navigator to get us going?
I was hoping for some parts.
Okay. You guys head out towards the glow. You guys navigate through the darkness of the ocean, totally blown away by the beauty that you see. You see mountains and you see crevices that descend even deeper into the abyss. You see creatures that are enormous, 10 times the size of that of any dragon you've ever seen. The key begins to glow brighter and brighter for each passing hour. And in the distance, in the valley of some smoking chimneys, deep within the water, you see a structure with a bubble. And one entrance on the north end. However, how do you get to the entrance? You do see a plaque on the wall that is large enough for you to read from good 20 feet away.
We saw what?
A plaque?
A plaque.
Just
A plaque. It's written in Elvish. Does anyone speak Elvish?
Not me.
Not me.
Nobody does, huh?
Is now the time to turn into an octopus
Yes,
and go
I do.
check out what's out there?
You may turn into an octopus, yes.
Yes, I can speak Elvish.
Alright, on the plaque, right next to the double doors, you see these words. It says, "Enter in 2 by 2. Enter in as lovers do."
So we have to go in hand by hand, okay.
I don't want to be the last one picked for kickball. Does anyone want to hold my hand?
I want the kitty.
I do.
Fuzzy paws.
Who's holding whose hands?
I'm grabbing your twang.
All right, Mortem. Let's do this. Let's hop, skip, and a jump through this motherfucker.
Wait, what are we going through? Sorry.
All right, so you guys set your, submarine ship down near the soft of the sand.
Right.
And you guys are inside inside the complex of a very ancient-looking building, and it's dark down here.
Like Noah's Ark, 2 by 2.
On the plaque, there's a plaque next to a set of double doors that.
And we're going in.
It said, enter in 2 by 2, enter in as lovers do.
Okay, gotcha. Lovers. So we have to hold hands? Is that what you're meaning?
Yeah, but how?
Deduced.
Or be inside of each other. I don't think it's just hands.
The beast with 2 backs.
Doggy style, go.
Or human centipede. I'll take the head.
Human centipede? No, that's disgusting.
I'm gonna take the risk and just hold hands.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold hands.
I just saw that on Key and Peele, and I thought I was gonna piss myself.
I'm the head of the centipede. I ain't sucking on nobody's ass.
I already called it.
Well, you're not really sucking. It's really being forced down your gullet.
Oh, okay, yeah. Fuck all you.
This game. I love it so much.
Is this chow time yet, Brian? Is that what's going on here? Is it time to eat?
Yeah. I just got done with a burger, so. So.
Me and Brian had this thing in the Navy where anytime it was chow time, we'd always talk about the most disgusting toilet humor you could possibly think of. It was horrible. Never any other time, but when we're fucking eating.
Well, needless to say, a lot of people didn't eat at our table.
No, they didn't. We felt very left out.
What, D&D nerds not having any friends? That's
dude, nobody on the ship really knew we played D&D because we didn't play on the mess decks. We played in hidden places. All right, just so you know.
Your secret
Well, you're
shame.
smart. You know how to.
I'm not about to be flogged by a bunch of sailors. Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, I'm a sailor, not a freaking.
I was a petty officer. I couldn't have that rep, hanging over my head that I was.
Nobody
some nerd that you push around.
Oh man, I dreamed of being a nerd and being smart my whole life. Never happened for me.
Well, yeah, right.
Well, now gaming is like socially acceptable.
Yeah, it's actually
you
good.
can be a gaming nerd now.
Everybody wants
like, cool.
Not only socially acceptable, but quite lucrative.
Well,
yeah, I know 20 and 30-years who want to play, including women. It's weird.
Exactly, dude. That's the thing is that this game allows you the freedom to be someone else for a time. Now, you have to be careful who you pick because you don't want some psychopath playing that takes it for real. I've had that happen, and that sucks.
That's sad. That's sad that they believe that this is what's real.
Yeah, dude, I know. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. So, anyways, okay, so you are at the complex. So now tell me who's holding whose hands.
Me and Mortimer are holding hands.
Okay. That's 2 people. Who else?
We're holding both hands together.
Anybody else? I'm down.
I look
Anyone else have a
longingly
tail?
into his eyes.
Is there
I hold tails with me?
Is anyone making a chain, or is it just how are you guys describing?
No, 2 by 2 seems to be the best bet, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
It says 2 by
Josh
2.
holds his hand out.
Who's the kid?
Enter 2 by 2,
Side.
holding as lovers do. So.
Oh, there we go. I gotta change the map up.
Give me a second. I need to go to the bathroom. Actually, give you guys 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Perfect.
10 minutes.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Cool. I have piss too.
Whose character is the Tabaxi?
She's cat folk.
Oh, it's a cat folk? I thought that was Pathfinder.
It's both. Book of Heroic Races.
Got it. Do you have a tail?
I have it out.
What, does your character have a tail?
Yes.
Awesome. Instead of holding hands, can we link tails?
Both.
Awkward silence.
Yeah. Bummer.
So is it like a leopard, like a snow leopard's tail, or is it like a stubby tail?
She's a calico.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's got like an imp tail, spade. At the end.
I know. It's called the Book of Heroic Races, Player Races 1. I just loaded it up.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh man, I am excited about this. Nick, you there?
Yep.
Dude, I'm obsessed with the VR shit. I'm obsessed with it now.
I'm sure it's totally possible. I mean, like, people are doing VR on their cell phones now.
Yeah.
And, you know,
That, well,
and that
like,
works.
even besides that, like, having a VR tabletop would be awesome, but just the whole idea of the VR, like, you know, I'm not impressed very easily. This stuff really impresses me. That, I mean, it's eye-opening to understand how poorly two-dimensional rendering on a computer screen is compared to the holographic nature of the virtual reality that you're in. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm playing Skyrim, dude, and like. I
bet Skyrim VR is great.
Oh, the dragons are so damn big. You know, like. You don't get a sense of the enormous world that you're in. Like, you know how you look at mountains, you're like, oh, it's a mountain, you know, but in VR, you look at that mountain, you're like, damn, dude, I gotta climb that.
That's awesome. I've played VR before, and often I find that it gives me a little bit of a headache and weird vertigo to be seated and have the sensation of moving around. So I haven't invested in a headset or anything like that, but I went on a little mini vacation for Christmas with my family, and my nephew wanted to play the VR games that they had, so I went and I played with them. And they had one that had this huge room that is just this empty black room with like boxes taped on the floor, and you put on VR headsets that are strapped to backpacks that are like little self-contained battery-operated computers. And it's all Wi-Fi linked, and they give you a gun that you hold in your hand that has like two little IR emitters on the front, so that like it kind of lines up, and because all you need to understand like where it's pointing is 2 points.
Right.
So I mean, I'm sure they're using some kind of like infrared capture and some kind of crazy processing. But you wear the helmet, and you're in this physical space where you can walk around with up to 5 other people. And we were playing like Zombie Apocalypse, and it's like you're limited to one room. But I could see how, like in the future, it could be like, you know, shoot this thing and go through to this other room, and you know, do like all this immersive crazy shit. But it was just nuts. It was just like you had this whole entire space, a giant fucking, like, I guess a basement to walk and roam around in, and
it turns
shoot.
it into a whole
and
world.
I came in first place. I got something like fucking 180 headshots. It was awesome.
So there's several buildings back when Oculus Rift started becoming kind of a thing. I heard about these these companies that were taking warehouses, right? And kind of like we said, that it has physical space to it, including walls and everything. You have these wireless virtual reality helmets that you wear along with some sort of like wireless controller. And how the processing went, that's beyond me. I can't even imagine the coding that would go behind something like this. But like, it transforms the building that you're in into the world that you're wanting to play with multiple people. And some were like fantasy worlds where you're fighting dragons and everything. Like in Skyrim, it's cool. I got these wireless controllers. They look like Star Trek stunners, you know. And you know how Skyrim or any of the Elder Scrolls games, you it's basically like old Final Fantasy hack and slash where it's like point A to point B sword fighting. Yeah. You know, and the same thing with blocking. It was just point A to point B sword block. With this, you can actually move, and you have the freedom of movement to hit the other target where you want to hit them, how you want it. So if you have martial arts skills, it actually improves the gameplay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. So, but then you got to be careful because, you know, I'm in a small space and I've stubbed my toe a few times.
That's hilarious.
Dude,
you know what
like,
that makes me think of? That makes me think of that old movie Hackers when the bad guy who calls himself the Plague, when he's like in his VR headset jumping around and like kicking in the air and shit.
Yeah. And then you have other games, like I'm a big Flight Simulator buff, and they came out with this the top simulator game right now is called as far as airplanes go is Eagle Dynamics. It's DCS World, so Digital Combat Simulator. And
I think I've seen you put stuff on your site about
right.
on your wall about that.
Oh, dude, the realism behind the F-18 Hornet, any of the modules, and since I'm an F-18 expert, the freaking realism that was behind it, it just blew me away. And I got to go up and fly, and I actually have 2 hours in a Hornet for real, and it felt like without the G-forces actually flying. The vertigo was there, the motion sense was there. It was insane, man, and just. And then Elite Dangerous, that's my number one favorite simulator, space simulator, where you can actually land on, some.
That's one of the first games that. That's one of the first things that had VR, wasn't it?
Yes, you were right about that.
Yeah, and didn't they recently? Well, maybe not that recently. Maybe it was like 5 to 7 years ago. Come out with like a remaster of that one.
Well, they just added a new I don't know if it's DLC or if it's some sort of add-on, but it's it did remaster the rendering of 3D graphics to be more anticipating. Because with some VR games, it renders the graphics right before your eyes, so it has to go through the whole processing sequence in your computer. But with the anticipation software that they came up with, it pre-renders the graphics so you're not getting sick.
Oh, that's cool.
Right, I mean, and it's relatively low graphics. I mean, it's space. You know what I mean? I mean, how much graphics does space need?
I wonder if a zero-G simulator would make me more or less nauseous with the whole.
Well, I'll tell you this:
having weird momentum issues.
When I was in training, I would train for a special forces type of thing in aviation called aircrew candidacy. Basically, it's enlisted people who are allowed to fly an aircraft, like crew chiefs or whatever, right? So, in order to do this, you had to go through some very, very, very difficult and specialized training. One of them was what we call Disney Week, and I'll disclose 2 of the activities that we got to do. One was the vertigo chamber, and this was something that people who are of high intelligence have a hard time grasping, because it really screws with you. You are in this pod, and outside of the pod, you can see you're in this blackness, and all you see are stars, right? And at points, you will see the stars moving. Now you have to determine whether or not you are moving, or if the simulator is moving. It really screws with your head, because there are points where the stars will move and you're being completely stationary, and it's like your brain tricks you into feeling motion when you're not actually feeling motion.
That's cool.
And then the other one was the helidunker, where they put us in this cylinder thing, strapped in like a helicopter, and the cylinder, we were strapped in. It was about 15, 20 of us strapped inside this cylinder, 15 feet above the water of a pool. It dropped us, flipped us upside down, and we had to find our way out of an exit blindfolded, underwater, upside down.
Jesus. That's fucking insane.
Fully dressed in flight gear, by the way.
Wow, fun times.
Oh no, Disney Week. So everybody back?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to disclose something before we go real quick. I don't normally do this, but in this dungeon specifically, lighting is a thing. Right now, you guys are in pitch darkness, and this room that you're in right now, the only thing that you can see, the Ardras, which is Twang, Val, and Mortem.
No, Val isn't an Ardra.
Val is an Ardra.
I am Ardra.
Oh, I thought you were.
Do we not have torches?
I have a tiefling body.
I apologize for that. My bad. So nobody knows that.
I got a light spell.
The 3 of you guys, you can't. But hold on one second. The 3 of you, do you see the Here, let me draw it.
I have torches.
Do you see these pillars right here to the left and right of you? They are actually your sea magic ability. They are glowing with magic. They're not producing light, but they are glowing with magic. Now, also the other thing about this is you guys are you guys walked into this chamber, and it has no water in it. Looking up the stairs to the you do hear the sound of trickling water though coming down the stairs, going towards the west. But it is pitch black, and there's these pillars that you see right here. So if you do not have, if you go to your Jabroni, this is mostly you. If you go to your character sheet, go to your abilities tab. If you see anything that says like dark vision or see magic or anything like that, if you don't have any of that kind of sense, which you're a halfling, so I don't think you have dark vision. You do not.
I got dark vision.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. So if you do not have dark vision, you see nothing. It's pitch blackness.
I have torches.
So everything. If you try to hit something, Austin, right now, you would be at disadvantage. You would not be able to roll very well to hit because they're considered invisible.
Oh, I can see.
I'm gonna reach over and touch one of the magic pillars.
Okay, it glows bright with a yellow glow.
I'll touch the.
All right, you guys have full vision. Here's what you see.
I'll go in front.
At the end of the door, you see water trickling down through the crevice of the double door. Each square is 10 feet.
Do we have an order already set?
I'm sorry, each square is 5 feet. Apologies.
Well, Bowie's and myself are both, well, I think Val is a melee type too, so.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm a frontliner, but I'm not the most observant, and I'm not great with traps.
Yeah, we don't have any
I
traps.
can't see in the dark. I can't see in the dark. I do have alert, so I don't mind being up front either.
Well, alert and dark vision are
Well, we just lit up the cavern.
Yeah, you got full light here now.
So I don't believe that I have dark vision either. I'm
no, but you have see magic
form only.
Yeah, see magic. That's what I was just reading. This is see magic.
Well, all that see magic does is you see the magical essence of something that could be magical. That doesn't mean you see light. Like right now, Bowie, if this was pitch dark, Bowie's the only one that can actually see. Unless there are more of these pillars, then you would see these pillars. But that's all you would see.
So like an anti-magic spell would be like a negative void, right?
Yeah, that's actually a really good description of anti-magic. Yes.
Okay. So in that case, I don't want to lead the way.
Am I able to cast spells in here?
I'll lead the way.
All right, Twang. Or not? That's me. Holy shit! I'm retarded.
I'm right up in Bowie. I gently caress and grab her in the dark. No, we're not in the dark.
Is that a negative on the light spell? Nobody has that?
No.
I didn't pick light because I didn't expect us to be, dungeon crawling much.
Right?
Yeah.
Now seeing what the spells are starting to make sense.
Am I able to cast spells since it's not outside?
You are technically inside, so it depends on the spell. You are inside. You are inside.
You need to be
Can
outside.
I take a chip off of the pillar?
Can you take a chip off of it? You could try to. You gonna hit it with something?
I don't recommend we do that.
You got two.
I've got
One
a torch.
is magical, and
It's
two,
definitely magical, yeah.
we don't want to alert things. We don't know how far sound travels in here, so I have some torches if we need them.
Yeah, let's use those.
I have a
Otherwise,
torch. I mean, I do have a tail. I can't really use it all that effectively, but I could use it to hold a torch, keep my hands free.
Yep.
I can produce flame if we have to.
I'll light it up. I was going to say I got a tinder.
Yeah. In fact, actually, I'm going to light it and put one in my tail just to have
Got it.
Just so I've got,
That's
what is
just
that,
dope
30 feet,
looking.
30 feet of normal and 30 feet of dim? Or is it 20 and 20?
30.
I like his idea, so I'm going to turn into him
Smart.
and do the same thing.
That's genius.
That is smart. Yep. Love it. God, I love this group, man. This is one of the best groups I've ever had. Okay. You see once again, you do see the door. And on the door, you see a triangle shape key lock and water trickling between the crevices of the door.
Guess we know what to
You
do
got
here.
the key, so
Right?
let's do this shit.
I want to like ready something.
What are you readying?
I just feel like I don't know.
You want to ready
I could
something?
cast Find Traps. I don't
I
know.
want to ready a mage armor.
Mage armor lasts 8 hours, bro. You can just cast it.
Oh,
Yeah, mage armor is a
okay.
good thing to cast right at the beginning, and you can always cast shield as a reaction. So if you're about to get hit, you can cast shield.
Oh, well, fuck yeah! I'll just do that then.
Exactly. So
I'll just
go
do
ahead
that,
and go ahead and cast your mage armor. Mark off the
Alright.
spell. It will automatically go onto your combat.
Do I throw it on myself?
Yes.
I've never actually done that. All right.
Yeah. So target yourself and cast a spell.
Or just drag the effect over to yourself.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
I ready an arrow.
I have mage armor as an
Smart thinking, because you see, mages are so frail. You know, they need every bit of defensive bonus they can possibly get. You know what I mean? And
I've almost died too many times already.
right, yeah, yeah.
That's why you need to be in the back, Mr. Twang.
That's why I didn't want to go forward, man.
Hey,
Alright.
before we go any further,
that's
can I
all.
cast Find
Louis,
Traps?
you're up at the front there.
Yes.
Okay. The door is locked.
Jeff, did you hear me?
I didn't hear you. Go ahead and repeat yourself.
Can before we go any further, can I just go ahead and cast Find Traps at our furthest distance so far?
Let me read it real quick, and I'm gonna give you some information on such a spell. Yes, you can, but you want to remember this. Going into a dungeon, you're not going to have very much opportunity to rest, and here's why. The biggest danger about resting in a dungeon is a thing called wandering monsters, right? So every time that you try to rest, in order for you to get the benefits of a rest, you have to go through the entire rest uninterrupted, right? So,
But I have
in
natural
order for you to get your spells back, you have to take a long rest. That's 8 hours, okay? So be very, very mindful of what spells you use and when. So if you, one of the benefits of Find Traps is, it's like, I use Find Traps usually when I don't have a rogue, which in this case you don't, right? Secondly, I use it when there's a very obvious sort of temptation, like a treasure chest or, you know, a door or something like that.
Yeah.
Just using it in general is ill-advised because traps are normally not just placed in places. Usually they serve purposes, unless you're in like some low-level kobold dungeon where they got like, you know, pit traps that you can find, but
noted.
Right. So when you're in a dungeon, and dungeons are particularly dangerous because you can suffer things such as exhaustion if you're not playing right. You know, you can exhaust all of your spells and then you're screwed.
Alright, so most of the time, like, traps are going to be for somebody trying to break in this door. We have the key, so it should disable any traps that are on the door.
Yep, should.
Should.
Alright.
Yeah, should, right? But I think we're good this time.
Okay, so does Bowie have the key? Is she opening the door?
Not yet.
Okay. Bowie, you do notice on the door. I want you to just know that the water that you see trickles on the entire door seam from top to bottom.
Is there magic on the door? On the water?
Yeah, yes, you do. No, the water itself is not magic, but the door is.
Where is the water coming from that is
It's
on
coming
the
from,
seam?
okay, so it's a double door that swings inward or outward away from you guys, right? And since the door is not watertight, water is trickling from the entire length of the vertical crevice of where the doors are meeting, indicating
there's water behind the door.
Yep.
Hey, jabroni, about time to be a fish, right?
Also, mind you that shape change you have is limited to how so many times a day. Right.
Who's this? What's the druid watch it?
Yeah, wild shape. He only does like I think twice a day, twice per short rest. I think. So okay, what be the action, mateys? And Nick, after the game, I want to talk to you real quick. I want to get some ideas off you. I have an idea that I want to talk to you about.
Sounds good to me. I have a ready to action. I'm holding a what do you call? Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Boys, I'm not going to be able to stay the last hour. I've got to hop off at 9.
That's okay, bro. So what's going on with this door?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm going to open it
Are you going to open it with the key, or are you just going to open it?
with the key.
With the key.
All right. As you insert the key and turn it, the door glows, opens, and you see that there is a wall of water. Just the whole room ahead of you is filled with water, as if it has been flooded completely. But some force is holding the water against this door. It is not coming into the room. It is pitch black. What you see, Bowie, is you see this.
So much for the torches.
Yeah, really.
Dick.
Oh, there's a bunch of.
Okay, do I see any magic glowing within
all of those?
me?
All of those pillars are glowing.
Okay, so I see
They're
that
not
too.
on though. Oops. The pillars are not on. And you see a mermaid statue on the far west. She is holding a scroll.
So, just assuming we have to touch every one of these to light up the area and possibly dispel the magic.
Well, what are you doing? Are you going inside? You can walk over a character.
But, well, it kind of we can kind of already see the.
Yes,
things.
and there is a door on the eastern southern wall.
But right in front of this doorway is water, so it's like encapsulated.
Well,
in the whole
yeah,
place.
you guys are on a dry part. Basically, the entire room is filled to the top with water. You would have to walk into the water in order to enter the room.
Did we happen to see a mermaid on the way down?
Did not.
Fucker.
Does the mermaid have a head on it?
The mermaid does have a head on it. It's a statue. And she is holding a scroll. Actual scroll. And this room has 8 pillars on the top and 8 pillars on the bottom.
I can't.
All darkened. Wait, is it 7? Yeah, sorry. My math is bad. My math is bad.
Okay, so
Did we notice by chance?
What?
Did we notice by chance is if we had to keep our hands on the pillars or just touch them once?
No,
and turn
you
them
just
on?
had to touch it once.
Oh, okay.
My shield
we
on my
throw
back.
the foot in, and he shapes changes into a little fishy and goes gets the scroll.
We'll touch all the pillars first. No?
I guess.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and move your
They've got
character
to be
in.
there for a reason. Yes. Yeah. So I'm.
Okay,
going
go ahead
to
and move your character in.
Yeah, I'm
Remember how to
totally
move your
behind
character?
you touching those pillars.
You're gonna shape changes, fishy. Go in there too and touch pillars.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Whatever you do, I want you, whoever's going where, place yourselves in front of the pillars that you're going to touch.
He can only breathe if he's a fish.
Right. He can breathe underwater.
And we can't.
Can I run to the scroll?
Are you shape-changing into an aquatic figure?
No.
Yes.
Okay, so you are now, Twang, you move in. You're actually swimming and you can't breathe, but you are swimming.
I want to go there as fast as I can. I want to beat them to the scroll.
Okay, all right, you're at the scroll right now. Who's going in next? So, Jabroni, you're going in?
Yeah, I'm gonna shapeshift and touch all the pillars.
Okay, go ahead and move your character. You get to move the 30 feet. So remember, to move your character, take your put your mouse over your token, and drag your token across the place you want to move, and like this, kind of like that. But you have to go through each block, if you will. So you can do it like this. You see, you drop it, and then you can move it like that, and then you can do that. You see how I did that? Go and experiment with that a little bit.
Okay. And does yours have to get out of there first?
I just wiped it away, so go ahead. Yep. And you the way my movement rules is you are allowed to go diagonal at the cost of a normal movement speed. You just have to go through the 45-degree angles of the box. You follow?
Yeah, I'm trying to fix it.
Yeah, okay. So
Oh shit.
it's okay. So I'll move you now. Technically, you're right there. You have 10 more feet to move. You as a person, if you look at your character sheet, on the main tab, it will show you in the very center of your... Wait, you have a speed of 25. Why is that?
I'm a halfling.
That is right.
He's little, yeah.
Alright, well, each block is 5 feet. So, you cannot end your turn occupying another character's space, but you can go through a friendly space. Okay, so...
Why is this so hard for me?
You're fine. Alright, so... who's next?
Marijuana.
Damn it, Koa, your vape is loud.
I'm sorry, huh?
Are you smoking weed right now?
What's the furthest distance I can run?
Mostly CBD in this mixture.
Oh, yeah. What was your question, Austin?
How far can I move?
Okay, so open your character sheet.
No, I mean like right now.
25 feet total. So you just spent all your movement.
Awesome. I moved like 3 blocks.
Starting from here, you went here, 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 here. So that's 20 feet right there, see? And approving your movement, you are blocked by any character. You can't actually occupy the same space as another character.
Right.
Albeit you can go through them. So though you have 5 more feet you can move, you can't move.
Okay.
All right. One of the things of learning combat tracker stuff, movement. The reason I'm so nitpicky about where you move on the grid is because I will have traps in certain areas, and to remove the sake of argument from the equation, you have to move through the block that has the trap, right? It takes away any form of argument. All right. So we have Twang that is right next to the mermaid. We have Buoy that is in the way. Also Mortem. What are you doing, Val?
Well, I cannot breathe underwater, and it is still dark, so I'll move up so that my light will reach into the room a little bit further.
Okay.
And I'm gonna wait and see what happens once people start touching pillars. I'm not opposed to going. I'm not opposed
I'll
to.
never get out of there. Hopefully, I don't drown.
I mean, I'm not opposed to walking in there, holding my breath, and touching some pillars, but I don't want to be the first one to do it if I can't breathe underwater.
Right.
So I'm just kind of chilling, holding my action in case anything goes off, and watching to see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm one of the Atoli people, not the other one that can shape change into anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Wait. I have polymorph, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you can change into something else, but I can only change into humanoid creatures. I can't change into.
You are. No, he's an Atoli as well. I don't think anyone is the.
I'm a doppelganger guy.
Yeah, but there's two types, and all three of you are the same
or whatever.
subrace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm an Ardra Atoli. I can only change
Right.
into
The
humanoids.
the
I can't
divine
change into anything.
the divine kind can actually change into certain objects as well.
When isn't a mermaid
Or
a humanoid?
Yeah, but we haven't seen one. We have to see it first.
There's a big statue.
Yeah. Alright, so Twang.
Hey, also, I don't know how much breath he still has. Twang has left, but can I not shape water and move water away from his head?
Wait, yeah, but I'll get all scientific on you.
Yeah,
There's
I wouldn't
not
be able
going
to
to be
do
any
it.
atmosphere to breathe.
Right.
Yeah.
Should
But
have waited, Twang.
he could be down there a couple rounds. You know, maybe each round is 6 seconds. So.
Oh yeah, I got a minute, right?
Yeah, dude. So and that's when you start
you got
rolling
plenty
your
of time.
Constitution check. So you're fine. All right, you grab.
How do I untarget?
Say again.
I'm targeting Takashi.
Okay. Do you need me to?
I untarget?
Same way you target. So left click on Takashi. All right. Here is what the scroll reads. Let me mark this down.
You're gonna read the scroll while you're in there?
No, well, it's very short.
Haha, you're dead.
That's what she said.
Is there anything? No, I can see all the pillars because they're obviously magical. 7.
I just hope we don't have to touch these pillars in a sequence. That's 14 different touch points.
It's so many
Insane.
different possibilities. It's crazy. It can't be that complicated. There had to have been some clues we would have gleaned.
Yeah,
from
I think there would have been a
here.
clue.
Yeah, because that's a lot.
So what happens when you start touching them?
Combinations.
Like, when you touch the first one, what happens?
It glowed, and then I immediately touched the other one, just thinking we might as well touch them both, and then everything lit up.
I bet we have to touch them in a pair, like the first two, then the next two, then the next two.
Oh, maybe
on
because it
opposite
says-
sides.
Yeah, maybe that whole thing about approaching as lovers do or whatever.
Good night, buddy.
Okay,
Love you,
so
buddy.
here is what the scroll says. You see numbers.
Bye,
You see. You might
Oh,
want to
I
write
see a
this down.
sequence.
1-1.
Okay, I can't even talk to them because I'm underwater.
Well, here's what it says. You hear it say, you see the scroll reading 1-1, 2-1, 3-2, 4-1, 5-0, 6-2, 7-0.
Okay, so in my opinion, or we don't know which way they're numbered, or which side is which.
We can find out fast.
Yeah, as soon as we hit the second number set.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, the pillars are numbered 1 through 7 on each side, and
Yeah, they've got to be in sequential
1 and
order.
1, and then you touch the second one, and then the first one again, and then the third one on the second one.
Well, I was thinking like equal sides, like how we turned on the lights in that room. There's a line of 1 through 7 on one side and a line of 1 through 7 on the other. I mean, who knows if they're in
Twain, did
sequence.
that bring up a window? Did I drop a window on you?
On me?
Yeah, did it open
Yeah.
a window? Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I got it. I got
Yeah.
the sequence down on
Okay.
paper anyway.
I think I have an idea here.
Okay.
So there's.
What'd you find, Twang?
Oh yeah, so I let my cohorts know. Oh wait, I have to actually. I'd actually get out of the water.
You're still holding your breath, yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Like,
fucking
you can't
talk.
talk.
So can I move?
You can swim.
All right, I'm at half speed then, right?
Yes.
Balls. Well, can I double step it to get out
Yes,
of the
you can.
water? All right, well, let's do that.
Well, you would, but
I can't because there's too many fucking people there.
Nope.
I'm moving out of the way.
Okay.
So you can occupy my space.
All right, yeah, then.
Hey, okay.
All right. Anyway, yeah, I go. Anyway, I found the scroll. This is what it says: 1-1, 2-1, 3-2, 4-1, 5-0, 6-2, and 7-0. So this is obviously a puzzle that we have to figure out. So as soon as we find out which one is, we can.
And if I remember right, Koa is very animated with these type of puzzles.
Okay, so you guys see the arrows I put in here?
Yes.
Yeah.
So one is going to be the 1 and 1 is either going to be the two pillars just right next to the doorway here, or the ones are going to be the opposite set, or they're going to be completely flipped.
No, there's a zero. Remember, there's a zero.
But
where's
zero
the zero?
just means that you. Zero just means that you.
Oh, you know what? There's no corresponding number.
Yes.
Okay.
I definitely think I think I know what this is, right? There's 2 rows of numbers and there's 2 here. So you press the first,
7.
yeah, 1 and 1 at the same time, then 2 and 1 at the same time, then 3 and 2 at the same time.
Yeah, but how
and
do
then
we
4 and
establish
1,
that?
and then 5 with nothing, and then 6 and 2, and then 7 with nothing.
Yes.
So all we have to do is establish the orientation, left to right or right to left.
Right.
And the
I was
easiest
going to
thing
say
is to
turn the scroll to the same way as the room.
Just touch them, because just touching them in the opening room seemed to set off the light mechanism so that we could see down the hallways. So all you need to do, from what we know already, is touch them.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but we don't know the consequences of touching them wrong.
That is true. I didn't.
I can summon a bunch of animals.
I have Mage Hand.
I also have Mage Hand.
Oh, easy peasy Japanesey. We got 2 people with me.
Like easy money.
Okay. So what's going on?
All right. So we want to try that first set as
Point.
one.
Okay, so what are you touching? Point to where you're touching.
South, north, and far right. Yep.
We're at. Let's move all these pointers real
These
quick.
2. All right. Sorry.
Shit. I just minimized. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Let's move all pointers. All right. For now, we'll assume everything's lit up,
Okay.
except for the pillars. Okay. So draw a pointer to the exact pillar that you are touching first.
I'll go to the south one then. With my Mage Hand, you can go to the north one. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yes, in order it would be south.
that one is that one. Okay. So I'm going to put down some tokens here. All right. So this one. Why am I doing that? This one's been touched. That's been touched.
With Mage Hand, right? We're both using Mage Hand.
That's fine. Yeah. So it begins to glow.
And then I immediately touch the one to its corresponding one on the south. Yeah.
Yeah, Val and Twang both have Mage Hand, and they're touching. Val has north.
I got
Twang has south.
All right. So you guys both touch both these pillars right here, right? They are on.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we assuming that we were pivoting this thing 90 degrees clockwise or 90 degrees counterclockwise?
What?
To where the scroll is facing the mermaid statue.
Oh, I was just touching
the top of the scroll?
Counterclockwise.
Well, so far all that's happened is
counterclockwise.
both of these pillars are now glowing. None of the other pillars are glowing.
Okay, I actually think we have it backwards. I think that we should be pivoting it 90 degrees clockwise, but we'll go.
I wasn't even considering it.
Well, because if that's the case, then we should have touched the furthest ones first.
I want to know which one is first.
Right.
Before
If we were
I
pivoting it counterclockwise, then we should have started on the far side of the wall.
Oh, fuck.
So
okay.
I think we're committed to
then.
doing it this way.
I didn't even consider it.
So next I will mage hand this one, and you should, again, touch the same one.
Okay.
Alright, as soon as you mage hand that, you take 2 points of electrical damage, and all the lights shut off.
Okay, so that's wrong.
So we were right the first time.
So then you were right the first time. So what's the range on the mage hand?
Wait. Okay, what's the sequence? The sequence is 1 and 1. The sequence is 1 and 1. So that must be them
North,
corresponding. No.
We
east to
started
west.
right.
Because it didn't
North,
hurt us
south,
at all.
north, south,
So
north, south.
the sequence is 1 and 1. So that if we started the sequence correctly, then that's how the sequence starts. So 1, 1.
Right.
We were already on them. That's the right one. So the next one should be 1 on my side.
I press 2 and you leave 1 where it is. Then I press 3 and you press 2 on your side.
Yes.
And then so this is what should be lit, I think. I'm just not sure if it's cumulative.
No,
or
we
one
did
at a
do
time.
that. Didn't we just do that though?
Yeah, no. It's the opposite. The south is the left-hand side of the numbers. The right, I'm guessing. Because you touched number 2 and got shocked. So I would say that number 2 should have been on the left-hand side of the numbers should be on the south side. The right hand should be on the north side.
If we were to have pivoted this 90 degrees counterclockwise, then that would have meant that I would have pressed the last one first, which is in position 0, and it shouldn't have lit up and worked, right?
Right.
It's the last one on the list.
I'm just going by the numbers. Obviously we got the positioning correct. The first pillars are one.
Because I don't think this is right, but I just to eliminate it to get it done and figure out if I'm wrong or not.
Okay.
Let's
there's
do
one way
the
to find
far ones
out.
first. So I'll do this one first right here, and then you do and then you do this one.
Okay.
So I'll reach out and touch this one.
It can't hurt. We're just using
it does hurt, but it does hurt. But
it glows. Okay.
All right, and then you press this one.
Okay, I go for it.
Okay.
All right.
It glows.
So now the question I have at this point is:
So I go to 2 and you stay
Go
there.
south side. If we're going to go by the orientation of the scroll, then go by the south side, number 2.
Okay. So do you?
But the sequence is 1, 1, then 2, 1. So I would go to the next one.
Yeah. So the question is it cumulative or is it 1 at a time? Like, do you turn off 1 and turn on 2, or do you now turn on 2?
We're going to have to find out.
The sequence is both of them being on at the same time. Look, 1 and 1 are on now. They're lit up.
Yep.
They're continuously lit. So right now I should push 2, and then 2 and 1 will be lit up.
Okay.
And then we would go to 3 and 2. So I would go to 3 and you would go to 2, and they should stay lit up. And then I will go to 4 and you will go to 1, and they should stay lit up, and in each down the corresponding sequence.
All right. So now I know.
That's how I read it.
All right. Now I know what the plan is. So let's do it. So then you're gonna press
I go to 2.
now.
So I'm gonna point to the one directly to my east.
Barrel it right there.
Yeah, right there.
All right. So you mage hand it and touch it.
Yeah.
All right. As soon as you do that, all the lights go off, and you suffer even greater damage as the lightning bolt gets even stronger. You take. A 2 whopping damage. I snake-eyed that.
Okay. So.
It has to be the other way around, though.
Process of elimination. No, it doesn't have to be the other way around. We have to check the permutations before we swap it around. So I'll mage hand this guy here.
Okay.
Okay. It is on.
And you mage hand this guy here.
I mage hand that one, the corresponding south one, yeah.
Okay. Now, the alternate interpretation here is that you mage hand this one off, and then mage hand this one on.
Okay.
Okay, so you were mage handing what off?
I'm gonna hit the original one that I hit before.
Okay,
Turn
so
off.
that's going off.
And turn this guy on.
And then after that, I'm gonna mage hand, where he's got it pointed.
Okay.
Okay. Nothing. I'm not dying.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
So turn that one off, and then turn 3 on.
Wait.
South 3.
Wait. Oh, now I'm lost.
Yeah, I don't understand what you're doing now.
We're doing the exact same thing.
Shouldn't you move now?
We're only having one light on at a time. Instead of
Yeah, but 2 and 1.
lights.
Okay, in the series, 1 and 1 we have done. 2 and 1 we have done.
Zigzag.
3 and 2.
Zigzag.
Now turn
I'm
off
already
2.
at 2. Now you should turn off yours and then go to.
Zigzag.
Why? Why we're doing?
Because it corresponds with the sequence.
We've been. Chill out. Hold on. Don't get so argumentative. Because we're trying to feel this out.
Okay.
If we're going in
Top
sequence,
3.
turn back and forth. You're the next in the sequence. Yours goes up.
No, I stay in the same place.
Zigzag forward.
All right. So
Zigzag back.
worst thing that happens is we get it wrong. We're on the right track now, so we'll try it again. So I'll turn this one off.
I am
turn this one on.
inebriated, so
Move it over to here.
I'll defer.
Okay, so which one are you clicking now?
I'm gonna turn this guy off,
The top one. Okay, it's off now.
and I'm gonna turn this guy on.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Now-
So now
I'm gonna
And-
touch mine,
turn yours off.
the
and
one
then
I'm
move
already
forward.
on right now,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna touch the one directly to my east.
Number 3 there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
See, that worked until you got to the next sequence, and that's 4-1.
So now I can go. Yeah, I'm gonna touch that one that one that I just touched before.
Okay, so it's off.
Yeah, turn it off.
Okay.
And touch the one to the east of that.
Oh, okay. That's number 4. Okay, it's on now. What next?
I'll
Now-
touch this one to turn it off.
Yes.
Okay, you turn it off.
And I'll touch this one first in the north to turn it on.
First and north. Okay. It is on.
Okay, now 0. We don't know about 0.
Just off. It's just off.
You just turn it off.
Okay.
So just move yours to move yours up.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch mine again,
Okay, it's off.
and then move it again to the east.
All right, and you take. Ooh, ouch. 11 points of damage.
Holy shit.
Okay, so we gotta
Okay,
do the
he's
same
done.
thing again, only
Yeah, I
this
got
time.
I gotta step
When-
back.
before you move
He's
to
got to heal
5.
up. He's got to heal up.
Yeah,
He's only got
definitely.
16 hit points.
Before you move to 5, I've got to turn it off.
How
Right?
is that?
I think it.
Yep.
I think
Well,
it
they're
has
all
to
turned
be
off now.
I
It's
think
all
it
been
has to be
reset.
off. So whenever it's something in 0, the 0 has to come first. But otherwise, the pattern we had was working perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So the
Okay.
gotcha is that I have to turn mine off, and you just have to be on at 5 and at 7.
Okay. Well, yeah, I gotta use the restroom. I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah. We gotta heal him up. Can we heal him up?
That's me like potions.
Yeah, that's all the healing we got. We don't have healers either.
Short rest. If somebody, now that we know the pattern here, so the thing is that if it's electric damage, being in the water is going to be a lot worse. But I was going to say, now that we know the pattern, if we're feeling confident about it, if somebody wants to walk in and hold their breath, we should be able to do this without having a mage hand it.
Oh, I love sequence puzzles. I love them. Add a little flair into it that you get accumulated damage every time you fail.
Oh, is that what it was? I thought you were doing more damage the further to the right we were.
Nope. Every time you fail, resets and does a bigger shock. Eventually, it's going to be killing blow shocks.
Well, hopefully, we've got this figured out.
Holy shit. Okay.
Just a forewarning, this is one of my easier things that Baba Yaga's come up with.
Alright, so, never mind, I don't want to confuse what you guys got going on.
Is it possible? Just think about this. The sequence is different. That you, let's say you go 1-1. Now when you go 2-1, so 1-1, you turn both lights on. 2-1, leave the last one on, you turn 2 on, you turn the other one off. Then you keep going down the seats like that.
I mean, I don't know. I'm open to trying it out, but I mean, I think we've mostly got it locked up just with figuring out the gotcha about the zeros, which, I mean, I think that's our best shot. I don't know how we would change our approach if what we're doing is working.
No, I get you. We're halfway through, so the zero is the problem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die doing this.
Well, I mean, do you have enough? I mean, do you have any way to get some HP back? Try it again.
I do not.
Yes, you do. You have healing potion.
Well,
I made it the very first session.
It's not my inventory.
You're safe to take a rest.
Scenario, we can take a short rest.
Yeah, you guys are safe to take a short or long rest in that first room. I mean, think about it. You guys are not anywhere around anything. You're just
okay.
So you can do that.
Resets the shock.
Yeah, it could do that.
Turn all the lights off. Reset it at the moment.
So I don't know. I don't know if I would want to burn healing potion when a short rest is on the table, personally. But
yeah, I'll take a short rest. That's fine.
All right, short rest coming up.
Those two lamps at the beginning. Turn everything off. Set it.
The 2 lamps you're in this back room that you're in right now, those aren't doing anything, just giving you light. But they are an example of what is in this room. All you have to do is simply touch it in some way, and it turns on. Touch it again, it turns off.
Did I throw something at it? Like a fucking... this in water. Goddamn water. Goddamn fucking water.
And now you see my immersion of my games.
Okay. So let's do this again then. Shit, what am I at? I'm still only at 19 hit points, man. It seems dangerous for me to continue down this road. Who can swim?
Well, I mean, like, what's worse happens? You go unconscious, we get you up, and we take a long rest, and that's that.
Okay.
You're not going to die from a little bit of shock damage.
We know that. Okay, let's start writing down the sequences, because I didn't write down this last
Well, hold on. A short rest doesn't give you anything back if you don't use hit dice.
Do you want to take a long rest?
So I can use a hit die?
Yeah, you can use as many hit dice as you want on a short rest. You just, I
don't think I've ever done that in game. How do I actually?
All you do is go to the front of your character sheet and hit die.
Just double click.
And when but don't double click because it will. You only get at your level you only get 3 hit dice per long rest. So, and also so you know, and this is for you too, Nick. The way that you recover hit points on your ship, doing the repair action is similar to that of hit dice rolling. You only get so many hit dice before you have to go repair your ship.
Oh, I wasn't even hurt. Oh, something's going on.
I didn't. I think the damage just wasn't put on your sheet.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you had to take an 11, 12, 13 damage minus the 6, so you have, 7 hit points?
Holy shit. I'm still dying.
Well, you can spend as many hit dice as you want. They recharge, I think, a half a hit point.
Every long rest, you get all of your hit dice back.
Well, I started with 3, but I used 1.
So if you want to use another, then you can't.
Just drag it?
No, just click it again. There you see. So you have healed 11 hit points, so you only have 2 damage.
Well, I have 2 damage also.
Well,
Let's do it.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
The reason we were using Mage Hand was because of the water or because of the damage we were scared of? And we
Probably
Yeah, it
both.
would take a long time to figure it out, and the damage. I thought it wouldn't. I didn't think it would actually like travel back to me. I was worried.
Yeah, I thought we were going to cheap out of the damage, but
But no.
But, I mean, if you're in the water and you take the electric damage, it's probably going to be worse, especially if you're wearing metal armor.
Smart.
That makes a lot of sense.
Do you know, Nick, back in my older days of DMing, did you know, I want to say it was 2nd edition, it came out with the conversion rules of what happens to certain spells underwater. You treat lightning bolt as a fireball.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure for, like, most editions, electric spin like double damage underwater.
Yeah, yes, it is. When you're underwater, and then with metal, you get a modifier as well.
So, alright, let's try this again. Let's do the same thing we did last time. We're assuming that the scroll is rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise, and if we're reading from left to right, then that means bottom is the start of each turn. So, that can't be right, because I pressed...
I will allow you guys to roll a perception check.
Oh, please.
Or better yet, a wisdom check at a very high. Yeah, it's a 20 DC to get a clue.
Wisdom check.
Just a wisdom check.
On only the 2 people doing the mage hand?
All of you.
Good.
To get a clue.
That's a good thing.
Can I use my inspiration on this?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Does that mean I just get to roll again?
Yeah, just roll one more time. Take the better of the 2. It's a 20 DC.
Oh,
Wow,
We are garbage.
Jesus.
Oh, that was almost a 20.
We are one bunch of not wise.
No hint.
I couldn't break 10.
Okay, so it might not matter. It might not matter which side we start on, because if we're reading from left to right, and rotating 90 degrees counterclockwise, then we would think that you would have to go first. But we did it the other way last time. I went first.
In the future, real quick, you guys, this is a sort of a new mechanic, right? But all of these puzzle traps, not necessarily traps, but all of these sequence puzzle things, all of you are able to use one chance to get a hint by rolling 20 on your wisdom. If you roll a 20 on your wisdom, you get a hint, and it's accumulative.
My wisdom sucks.
Okay, so if 2 of you roll 20, then I give you 2 hints.
I can't believe I wasted my inspiration on that.
Well, I'm not sure which one it matters which one gets pressed first. So let's continue the sequence that was working for us. So I'll start here.
Okay, so that is on.
And I'll do mine on the south side.
South side is on.
Yep. All right.
And I'll turn that off and move it ahead 1.
Turning yours off?
I'm going to turn mine off and then...
No. The south side.
Yeah, I'm going to turn mine off and then turn that one on, yeah.
And last time we did this, you went here, or I went here next. I forget.
I don't remember, so...
Man, you guys saw this, you're going to kick yourselves in the butt.
So you stay, alright, 2 and 1, and then it's 3 and 2. So I'm going to turn mine off.
Yep. Move it forward, and I'll turn mine off and move it forward after you.
Okay, so who's first? Just go ahead
Downside first.
Go ahead and move the token where you want it.
Okay.
You should be able to drag and drop it. Okay. Okay.
Okay, 3 and 2 is done, so 4 and 1. So last time I went first on this, and that was fine. So I turned this one off, and then I'm going to go to 4. And then you turn yours off, and you go back to 1.
Yep.
And this is where I died, almost.
Well, no, this is where I turned mine off.
Okay.
Now, if you're feeling nervous about it, if you want, I'll turn this one off and turn the next one on. I don't mind.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that works.
Alright, I'll move this one forward.
I don't see why that would matter, yeah.
Alright, lightning bolt.
Doesn't matter who does it.
Alright. I don't see why.
5d6, ow.
You take 14 points of damage.
Alright. Okay, so...
No, wait. You guys took a short rest, not a long rest. Never mind.
Yeah, short rest.
5d6.
Alright. So I don't know. I'm out of ideas. I'm tapped out. The only thing I can think is that maybe if we flip it around and do it from the other side. But at this point, 66 is going to kill me.
So I want to try a sequence. Who wants to try with me? Somebody that hasn't been shocked.
I've been shocked.
Well, you should take off your armor and go in there. And,
Oh yeah, I'm changing. I'm stripping down.
All right.
Okay.
Are you
Is somebody going with me, or
I never went in there. I always use the mage hand.
I know that. No.
Oh.
How much damage did you say it took, Jeff? Sorry.
14.
Somebody with a considerable amount of tip points.
I'll go.
Oh, I still got 20 HP left. I could continue to do mage hands.
Okay. Well, the way if you guys scroll up, I posted. I wrote what I'm thinking it is.
So are you saying that it's the same thing we're doing, just starting with the one closest to us instead of furthest from us?
No, not like you guys were doing. That each column of numbers on the scroll equals one side, not turning on and off and on and off and on and off. Go 1 and 1, the ones closest to us, and then the south side 2 first. We'll find out real quick. I mean,
yeah.
I'm probably going to get shocked.
Just so you guys know,
I just want to try it.
I'm excited to watch.
Another little boost. I realize some of these are going to be very difficult, and to sort of give you guys motivation to roleplay more and do better with your characters, I am going to allow you to trade in inspiration for a hint.
I wasted mine.
So
I'll do it.
Campaign will now allow you to do one of two things. You can either use an inspiration for an advantaged roll, or for a more or less a vague hint for whatever we're doing right now. And I'm going to whisper it to you so that the rest of the party does not get it. No, that's not true. You're just going to give it to the rest of the party anyway, so I'll just say it out loud. Never mind.
You've been stingy with inspiration lately.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to work on that. So,
alright, I don't know. Do we want to try for the hint, or do we want to just try another one?
I mean, we got halfway through the sequence.
But we don't know, really, because, I mean...
It seems
as soon
awful.
as you guys are turning off one and turning on another one, and yes, maybe that is what needs to be done. I don't know. But I don't know the answer to the puzzle, or I would have solved it already.
Well, I'm willing to watch. I'll watch.
Maybe that means you don't figure out a side.
Hey man, I'll keep a tally of the sequence that you.
My two best ideas got me electrocuted to death, so so I'm willing to just listen and see what we got.
No, I'm gonna follow this one close. Shit. All right.
It's just my rule is keep it simple, stupid. Right. So I'm gonna try to keep it simple.
Did you turn that one on?
Yes. And and Takashi's coming in and turning that one
on. Hold on. You just took...
Damn.
Hold on.
Oh shit,
24 points of electrical damage.
And the lights so the north is first. But how is... Okay, so I'm wrong. Back out.
Can I go try to open this door on the southeast of where we are? Can I just try and open that?
It's locked.
Fucking.
Pretty sure that's what this sequence is for. Okay, so I was wrong.
Alright, Takashi, what are you doing?
So,
come on out, man. I gotta discuss this.
Definitely the far west ones to start equally, which is 1-1. And then I've moved it to the second one, making it 2-1, which is the second.
Alright, Takashi, are you turning that pillar on?
Hold on. See, originally when we did this, the south one went first, and we were able to get that done. I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna die.
No, you guys never turned that bottom one on.
Sure about that? Because we went 1-1.
I thought we did.
I thought the very first one I thought we did was
North
here
and south.
and then here.
Okay, yeah,
assuming
okay,
that
then
it
I
was a 90-degree clockwise rotation.
If you took damage from that, I apologize. That's an incorrect sequence.
So I should have taken damage from that.
No one should have taken damage from that. Yeah, so I'm reducing it all by 1. So, turning these pillars closest to you, either one of them on, will invoke the lightning bolt attack. Just touching
Immediately.
Immediately, yes.
Oh, so I should have more damage on me then because I touched.
We'll just leave it as so. You guys know that turning on any of these north or south pillar closest to you will actually electrocute you.
Okay, so at this point we have to know for sure that it's a counterclockwise rotation.
So the sequence is from the west going east, 1-1, both north and south 1. If this were a grid, then.
Alright.
And then someone moves.
Are we sure that it's not the same thing I was saying, but just not?
We've done it twice to 0.
Well, I'm still not understanding.
I'm going to try something.
What you were saying. I was just kind of trying to watch and see when it went bad quick, so I don't understand exactly what the idea was.
Turn. You can't rotate the damn thing, but if you turn the scroll so that the top of the scroll is facing west or to the left, so do it like you guys are doing, the top and the bottom, but not you both doing the same thing to same pillar. Like do the south and the north 1 and 1, turn them on, and then turn on the south and turn off the north number 1, and then turn on the south number 2 and turn on the second pillar on the north, and then turn on the fourth on the south, and turn, I guess it would be on. It was on, off, yeah. Turn on the pillar on the north.
But what does 0 mean in this sequence? Because 2 you mean...
Don't do anything, I'm going to guess. You turn on number 5, and then you turn on...
How do you differentiate between off and 0, then?
You guys are getting somewhere, you're getting warmer.
Okay, so...
Right. Did we touch the Buddha for 0?
You grab the mermaid's boob, alright?
That's what I'm saying. There needs to be a
the 0, I would say you don't do anything on the north side.
Okay, so 0 doesn't mean absence of light. 0 means leave it as is. The thing about that is that
no action.
The problem with that is that if you look at 1 and 1 and 2 and 1, if 0 meant don't do anything, then it would have been 1 and 1 and then 2 and 0.
No, so you might want you to turn the light off. You touch 1 again with that sequence, which would turn the light off.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So,
and then when you do 3 and 2, you turn on 2. 1 is still off.
So what you're saying is the second line, when it says the second line says 2-1, when it says 1 and it's on, I press 1 again to turn it off.
Right, that's what I'm
telling you which one to press.
Excuse me.
It's telling you which pillar to touch.
Alright, it's telling you which pillar to press on each turn. And 0 means don't press any pillar.
That's what I was trying to do on the.
So we're only supposed to touch 2 pillars in this whole thing on the north side?
Looks like.
1, 2, 1.
It looks like.
But you keep turning it off and on.
It looks like. Alright, that's a good enough theory that I'm willing to try it again and risk my hit points.
It fits.
Do it.
It fits. I don't know if I want to be the one pushing it with my twang.
Alright, so Takashi, what are you doing?
Who's got more power?
We're doing 1-1. So whoever's going to be in the
Mage
north
Hand on the
pillar.
north side, and Takashi's doing the south side.
Okay, I'll Mage Hand the north side.
What's first?
South side 1.
Alright, fuck, I didn't make up a grid for this shit.
North side 1.
North side 1.
Okay, I got it.
I'll Mage Hand number 1.
Alright, south side number 2.
Over here.
South side. Okay, so Takashi, you're moving there, and you're turning on.
Yeah. Don't move them all. Just put your thingies if we do it right.
Okay, so wait, is he turning off?
Nope, he's leaving number 1 on. He's just pressing number 2 to turn number 2 on.
Yeah.
Pressing number 2 to turn it on.
All right, Takashi, you take.
Son of a bitch. Okay, I was wrong.
18 points of damage.
All goes off. That's a good theory.
It works. It fits.
So apparently you guys are right. You got to turn shit off.
I'll try.
So at this point, we were on the right track. We still just don't know how to handle when the north side is a 0.
That's what we don't know.
So you could be right. 0 could be the thing in the middle.
Do you want to try it?
Better than nothing.
You gotta touch the
Because
mermaid.
we have that sequence down. We know exactly how to get all the way to 5-0.
Yeah.
Touching the mermaid does nothing. She doesn't glow.
Fuck. Okay, so how would you represent 0? Because we already did you not doing anything.
Well, we did me turning it off. We didn't do me not doing anything. I just don't...
we did the first time because I went straight from 4 to 5.
You're right.
You know what's good about these traps? Is
You're
that the smarter you guys are, the harder the trap is.
Because we keep convincing each other because we're willing to sway.
Welcome to my dungeons.
This is driving me crazy already.
It's simple. You guys are gonna kick yourselves right in the ass when you see this. See the solution.
5-0. 5-0. It makes sense that you just...
Okay, does anybody have an inspiration they can use for
I do. At this point, yeah, I'm willing to spend it because this is all we have to do is figure out what this is, how to represent the 0, and then we've pretty much got it. So,
yeah.
I'll spend my inspiration point.
The hint is this: the left-hand numbers are the column numbers of the room that you're in. The right-hand numbers is the true or false of which row you're in.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Think about it. Like, watch.
Left-hand numbers are the row you're in.
Yes, watch. So.
But you can only have 2 states. You have 3 numbers.
Hold on just a second. I know I do. I know. Look, this is row number 1. Right? Or I'm sorry, column. This is column number 2. Right? All the way to the side, right? Now.
Well, that's not a column, that's a row, right?
Right, so row, right. So that's what I meant, row. The left-hand numbers are your row numbers. The right-hand numbers are your so-and-so, like this. So the north row is considered number 1. The south row is considered number 2. The furthest east, or the furthest western column is considered column number 1.
Oh, son of a
bitch. To the right, column number 2. That's your hint.
I still don't understand. Lost.
I gleaned nothing from that.
Okay, wait.
I'm so obtuse.
I think the hint was it goes top north is 1, south is 2, north 2 is 3.
That doesn't fit the pattern.
Yeah.
So 1.
You're right. I don't.
2.
Goddamn. I don't understand.
3.
There's only 2 states. On off.
4.
That's right.
5. 6. Is that what we're saying here?
That's what 7? I thought, but it doesn't work that way. It can't work that way.
It can't work that way.
I think they repeat the hint
more. Help me.
So I definitely need to hear the hint again. What I don't understand is first of all, clarify rows and columns, right?
Okay.
Like
1,
rows
2, 3,
go across and columns go up and down.
I can this out. Fuck this.
So the left column of the scroll corresponds
the
to
scroll
what?
itself doesn't matter. The scroll itself and how it is written out, it is irrelevant. What you're looking at, that's a distraction. It's meant to completely throw you off, right? And it worked.
It worked.
So
really
the first number that you see, okay, 1, and the number 1, 1. The first number you see, the left-hand number, is the column number. So it will go. Columns are vertical, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The right-hand number is the row number.
1, 2. Okay.
Okay. And what do you think 0 would mean? Think about it. You guys, every time you hit something, like you guys kept on column number 5, you guys try to turn something on, and it zapped you. Same thing with number 7. Okay.
Oh, I get it.
Okay.
1 is up, 2 is down, 0 is off.
So.
I still.
You're so close. Okay. So, anyone want to try, or you want to take a rest?
I'm
Take a long rest.
Long
and
rest.
maybe the shocking resets.
Okay, long rest, and it does
Long rest
actually.
sounds good.
It does.
Okay, good.
Okay.
At least I was right about one damn thing.
Yeah, for real, right?
I'm still lost.
No, I think I've got it.
Okay.
So looking at the scroll,
I'm
the
still
left
lost
column
too,
down is the corresponds to the row. So so column 1.
Yes.
The value for column 1 is 1. The value for column 2 is 1. The value for column 3 is 2. The value for column 4 is 1. The value for column
son of a bitch.
5 is 0, so you leave it off.
Yeah, I got you
The
now.
value for column 6 is 2, so it's the bottom, and 7 is off.
Alright, these lights are on. Now what are you doing?
Try to open the motherfucking door.
Door opens and the entire room drains of all water. And you get experience for such. Hold on.
You gave us like a quarter experience.
Yeah.
Shit, an 8? God damn. So we had it wrong the whole time. Why the fuck
The
did
whole
you
time. We
shock
were
us?
never close.
Yeah, we weren't even fucking close.
How did we get so far in the sequence, though?
That's what I'm saying. We never got shocked, so we thought
It
we
wasn't.
got...
The reason was because the reason not getting shocked was also a hint. You guys could have all the. I was only allowing you to have 3 lights on in any incorrect order at a time. So.
Mistake threshold.
Okay.
So when you guys turned those first 2 lights on, the third time you put a light on would have been out of sequence. It would have shocked you.
Yeah.
Or if you turned the light on of any of the columns that required no lights, it would have shocked you.
That's why it seemed like we were getting so far.
Yeah,
right.
No, we were getting to the maximum number of incorrect guesses.
Right. So.
Jesus.
Welcome to my puzzle game.
Bad. It's like a fucking.
I gotta go pee real quick. I just awarded experience. The room is and there is a treasure chest. All right.
It's a big fucking map. If every room is going to take us 2 hours, we're going to be at this time.
Treasure chest.
Oh, let's hope not.
Chest right there. I'm gonna go pee real quick.
It's loud.
So what tape you got, man?
I don't even know. I got this from Mike after I lost mine in a drunken night. I don't even know. I've had it for a while now. I put CBD in there, a little bit of THC. Get like my own little
Jesus
cocktail.
Christ.
Yeah.
I use CBD, but THC oil is not legal here, so.
Well, it's technically not legal here because of some like loophole in the wording of the law.
All right, back.
We get around it.
I'm moving to the chest.
All right.
Kick that bitch open.
It opens. Inside of it is an empty jar and a phoenix quill.
Phoenix quill.
An empty jar and a phoenix quill. Take them. Fuck it.
Okay. Go ahead and mark that on your
Might need them
inventory.
later.
Phoenix quill just sounds badass.
All right.
Calligraphy skills. I'll hold on to that.
Yeah, so it's an empty jar with a lid on it, and a feather for a quill from Phoenix.
No magic coming off of either one?
Nope. Well, I mean the Phoenix, kinda. But other than that, no.
Alright, what's our marching order? Bowie. Takashi.
Front.
See, I'm melee, but I have ranged spells, so I don't have to be in the front to do damage. So, Takashi, do you have ranged attacks, or?
I do have ranged attacks. I have bow, but
Okay, cool.
I can be either middle, front, or back. But,
I don't want to be in the middle, or in the back, or in the front. I'd like to be in the middle.
I can be anywhere.
You like to be
I'm
the
a front
tranquil,
liner or a middle liner.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's Oreo.
It's the warmest part.
I could also bring up the rear. I have 120 foot.
The front and the back.
Zero center.
Cut. Eldritch Blast.
Let's go through the door. What do we see? Louie's in the front with her dark vision and shit. Damn it. That's all I'm. And she's the tanky.
Did the power shut off?
Oh shit, right? She got like 50.
This corridor now you got is lit only by the torch that you have. There is a door to the south and towards the center of the corridor, and this corridor also goes south towards a glowing green sort of a presence at the end of the hall there.
And the water drained out of here, right? So I can continue to use my torch?
Yes, the water drained out of here and through this corridor.
Well, the mage hand was still good because you didn't technically take as much damage as you possibly could have.
Well, you're right. That's a very brilliant idea because what would have happened, the deadly part of this trap itself was that if whoever was in the room with
everybody got shot.
Everybody in the room would have gotten electrocuted.
Yeah.
So the mage hand was a brilliant idea. I didn't actually account for that.
Oh, we took a long rest. Never mind.
Bowie, why do you have Takashi targeted?
Do I need to take that off again?
Yeah, take that out.
I gotcha.
She likes me.
I think it's from when you guys were battling the other day, waiting for Jeff.
Maybe. That is possible.
Okay.
Do your kitty senses sense anything?
I'll peek around the corner.
More at. Oh, they're over there? Okay.
She should have been able to see down that corridor a little bit, right? One by
Bowie, yeah, she did. Bowie, what you see is you see a locked door, and through the crevice of the door you see a greenish and golden light pouring through the cracks of the door.
I don't have knock. My character is not made to go dungeon crawling, damn it.
You see the lock, you see on the lock is a square shape.
This is the one we need to go into.
Back to the first.
Alright, Takashi, the door in front of you is not locked.
Oh.
Opening?
Opening. Oh, wait.
I have a torch, so he should be able to see. I'm right behind him, so.
Let's investigate here first. Oh, already open?
Okay, inside you see. Here's what you see. On the inside the middle of this room, you see a table. And on top of the table, you see 3 liquids.
Oh, god damn it.
Underneath the table, you see a box that you can see through. What are you doing?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
I couldn't help it. It's in the box.
Alright, but you can see through the box, it's transparent, and you don't see anything in it. You Ardras, all 3 of the liquids are glowing intensely magical, and so is the glowing box, or the box that's translucent.
Are there any symbols in the walls? Any gleaning of information on what this is about?
No. But each of the 3 vials are corked.
I don't
What
feel
colors
safe
are they?
uncorking the damn things.
Who's got to identify?
Nope. And unless Jabroni has it, but he had to head out, so.
Yeah, no.
He does not have a. He does not.
You know what? Fuck it. I got dynamite. Let's go blow that motherfucking door. Oh, I'm taking the brute force, goddammit.
Alright, Chikashi. This is one of my classic.
Yeah, I know. I hate your damn liquid puzzles.
Liquid puzzle.
Now, I'm going to warn you guys,
An
not
empty
every room
box.
is going to be a puzzle room, so you know. But, yeah. It's one of my
What
favorite
color
craps.
are the vials?
Yep, you have 3 vials. And underneath you see a transparent box.
I'm coming in and see if there's any... Do a perception check to see if there's any kind of clues to what we gotta be doing.
Yep.
You know,
Go ahead. Roll your perception, your 1 clue. Roll it. Wisdom, I mean, just wisdom.
Just wisdom?
Yeah, just wisdom. Oh, reroll.
Not even an insight.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, somebody was close.
Let me roll a wisdom check.
Ah, damn it. You were so close.
Had insight, it would be fine. Okay.
No wonder you gave us these motherfucking Christmas presents, you bastard. I'm gonna have to use it just to get a hint.
Got the other insight.
So what are you doing?
But we can see through the box.
Yep. It's underneath the table that holds 3 different vials.
And we know nothing about these vials. I can't do a check on the vials. No, we already did
Is
that.
anything besides the vials in the box magical in the room?
No.
They don't have anything on my character that'll help. Wisdom is my lowest score. Did everybody roll one?
I rolled one. I got an 18.
Roll one for Jabroni.
I got it.
Random.
Natural 20.
Got the highest wisdom score of all of us anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, here's the hint. Lucky fucking can't believe that. Of course, I'm the one that rolls a 20 for Jabroni. The hint is use your senses to discern the clue.
Alright. I grab the vial to the closest to me and uncork it and smell it.
The one that you smell smells bitter. Terrible. Almost turning the hell out of your stomach.
Okay. The middle one.
I'm gonna.
The middle one smells of metal and wood. Almost like
Metal and wood?
yeah, like on the ship. It smells like the ship.
And the last one.
It smells sweet.
Alright, I'm gonna grab the box and open it.
Box has nothing in it.
Reach my hand in the box.
You feel nothing.
Okay. Just make sure it wasn't, like a black hole thing.
I
We
go
put-
in
Vials in there?
and I grab the mill and I'll pour it on the box.
You pour what on the box?
Just a little bit.
Which
The
one?
middle.
The middle one? Nothing happens. And the vial replenishes itself.
like to mix the sweet and the sour.
You mix them together, sweet and sour,
In the
nothing
box.
happens.
Does the box empty itself out every time we pour into it?
Yeah, the water just, or the liquid, vanishes.
Now, do I have like a small trinket of metal that I could put in the...
You have coins, I think. You can put a sword in there. Or something small.
No, that doesn't make sense.
The box is only about 2.5 by 2.5
Inches or feet?
feet.
I smelled the box.
If I
The box smells, it doesn't have a particular smell other than stone.
Does anything change if I close my eyes?
You close your
My
eyes,
other
you
senses.
cannot see.
But if I use my other senses in this, you know what I'm saying? Use my other senses.
I get it. I just
Is it
the way
cold?
Jeff responded.
Do what?
Okay, so if I drink... Oh, fuck, see, I don't want to drink none of this shit. I want to drink some of the metal wood one.
Alright.
Just a little bit. Do I feel anything?
You see something flicker in the box when you drink just a little bit.
Alright. I drink a little bit more.
Alright. Inside the box, you, and only you, see a golden triangle with clips on the end of it, just big enough to attach to your key, appear within the box.
Oh, can I grab it? Or
Yes, you can. It materializes
grab
for
it?
everybody. And the vials all disappear. All that's left is the box with the triangle attachment.
Alright. I took balls to drink some
Good
magic
job.
dust.
I wouldn't have done it. You crazy fucker.
Hold on.
You have chosen
wisely. So I try and combine the... Who has the key?
Bowie.
Well, I scoop up Bowie and I pet her, and then I'm like, hey, check this out. And I put the
thing in the hole,
Yeah.
Make sure you guys are checking your experience, too. I don't know how far you are from life.
I am not.
I'm 200 away.
Oh, okay.
Nope, I'm 100 away.
So you said there's the doors are locked over here?
It is locked. It has a square keyhole.
Square key.
250.
Okay, can we make a square out of this triangle anyway? Which way it attaches?
Brian, you get inspiration.
Oh, by turning the little trinket I got, turn it from a triangle into a square?
Yep.
Nice.
Alright, next door. Bowie, you got the key. Go. I got dark vision, so I don't care about carrying a torch for her.
No.
I don't really think we're gonna find much combat in here.
Don't think so?
So I don't think we're gonna find much combat in here. Maybe undead.
I used the key.
Alright. You see within this room a swirling maelstrom on the floor. And you see a set of doors going to the south and a set of doors going to the east. Both doors are locked. The door to the east has a circular keyhole. The door to the south has a triangular keyhole. The very center of the maelstrom, it says, "Prepare ye."
No magic?
Yeah, the whole room glows with magic. Yeah.
No goody.
What keyhole shapes was it?
Say again.
What keyhole shapes was it?
To the east is a circular keyhole. To the south is a triangle keyhole.
Can we break the things back apart?
Yes, you may.
Does it look like the triangle key?
Yes.
The original key will fit the south?
Yep.
Okay. Looks like we're going south.
So do we still have the piece that was...
Alright, well, mark as you go.
So, a copper piece.
So you have to move your movement.
Meaning, yeah.
I'm throwing copper piece in the middle of the mill.
Drop that extra piece in.
Prepare ye.
So what are you thinking? Just don't step in the middle?
I don't know.
That might be what it wants you to think. So the outer edges might be trapped.
I'm throwing a copper piece.
Going clockwise, right? It looks like it's spinning.
Yeah.
Around to the right
clockwise.
side. Maybe we gotta move with the current. I don't know.
Is it actually moving, or is it like in the stone, like an inscription in the stone?
He said a maelstrom.
The maelstrom is moving, but it's a hologram. It doesn't actually do anything. It is focused on a small point in the center, and in the center you see a sort of like a sign sticking out, not directly in the center, but off the side. It says "Prepare ye."
Okay, so we can walk there. Maybe we do like a test.
Alright, Boo's the most athletic. You know, she's a cat, so she can run off the walls or something if that thing blows her around.
Yeah, I like that plan.
What happened to the copper piece?
Put on this quick.
Hold on 1 second. Okay. Alright, so what's going on?
I threw a copper piece in.
It disappears.
Mm.
Dun dun dun!
Well, let's...
Harbinger?
That foot in there. Don't go fully in there. See if the ground is solid.
Yeah, you could technically go around the center point if you wish.
Okay.
It's focused only on the center.
45
I'll
degrees.
step in.
You're stepping into the center?
No, just one square.
Room? Okay, go ahead. Move move where you want to go.
I did.
Okay. Nothing happens.
I'll stay to the edge.
You do feel a slight pull to the center, but you don't. It doesn't actually pull you.
I'm gonna toss a rope to her.
Okay.
And tell her to tie it around her waist.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, and I'm gonna tie the other end around me and pass the slack back to the other guy.
Go into the light, Caroline. Go into the light.
Alright. She is on the upper right-hand corner of this maelstrom room, heading towards the circle key door. Alright. Roll a dexterity check at a DC of 10. Make that a dexterity saving throw. My apologies. Okay, well, you trip and fall.
Jesus.
And she gets sucked into the center of the vortex.
What happened to the rope?
I was just wondering about that.
Just throw some tennis balls.
You guys can actually hear her screaming, and suddenly, no sounds. Bowie, this is what you see. The rope is slack.
Well, damn. I tried.
Well, prepare your.
Okay.
Prepare
Next.
ye.
I'll sacrifice myself.
Oh, damn. You are.
I'd give you rope, but apparently it doesn't help, man.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
Exactly.
I might not go the exact same way she went.
Alright, first roll, it's dexterity saving throw, please. DC 10.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw. Come on.
There we go.
You need to do that 2 more times.
Okay.
Every square you move, once you get
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Yes!
Woohoo!
Big money.
Big money.
So,
big
No
money.
whammies. No
No
whammies.
whammy, no whammy.
Yeah, you made it. Ooh.
Oh, that 9 scared me for a second there. Then I saw your modifier. Jesus.
Okay.
I'm gonna check out this triangle key.
It's a triangle key that Bowie has.
Yeah, Bowie has
Yeah,
it, so there's no point
she's
going
gone
over there.
forever.
Yeah, forever.
Bowie is my navigator, and as a captain, I'm gonna go after her.
You just dive headlong into the vortex.
Yep.
Holy shit, alright. I'm in.
Teamwork?
Whee!
We're all gonna go to the maelstrom.
Might as well now. Prepare ye.
Are you okay? Oh, Twain came too?
I was like, fuck it.
Okay, well, I can't tell anybody to stay, so... Oh.
Okay. Are you jumping in there, Nick? They just
So, did you actually get the key in the door before vanishing? Or
No,
she did
no.
not.
Bowie
She got
fell
sucked
in
into the black
maelstrom.
hole.
Yeah.
And she had the key, so we had to go after her.
Alright, well, we
There's no
gotta
point
go
going
get
any
her.
further, because we can't.
Alright,
And
well,
ropes don't
I'm gonna
work.
run to here,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm gonna jump and cannonball to here. I'm gonna say,
Just
here
for
I
the
come,
fucking,
guys!
yeah, dude, just for the fucking kill. That's kind of a morning.
That's a good crew. They're like, I don't know if I'm gonna die, but I'm going to.
Fuck.
Alright, you guys enter through a deep maelstrom. And wouldn't you know it, you find yourselves on the shipwreck of the Siren Song.
Oh, dang. It's one of the portals.
I'm
That's a
moving you.
maelstrom.
We're actually going to hold right here because it's going to be a long encounter here. So we're going to hold off right here.
Are these crates full of portal pieces, fragments?
The ones below deck are, but you're going to have to
Nice.
deal with something before you get to those.
Alright.
So we're going to hold off right here in this room. So what do you guys think so far of the puzzle thing?
I like it.
The
It's fun.
first one was
it's-
hard,
it-
but that's good. That's a good thing.
It's better than
It wasn't
easy.
that hard, we were just over fucking...
Yeah, we
thinking
were
it.
overthinking it.
It didn't make sense, even after your hint. Your hint confused the shit out of me.
I know. I was like, what? the
Yeah,
hell
that's
is
a minute.
this?
I can be pretty bad at descriptions. That's why most of my puzzle traps are going to be mathematical puzzle traps.
But it was just... I was thinking in on-off state, and that's it.
Yeah. Right, you were thinking about position of the on-off state.
Yeah.
I'm still not 100% on it. Anyway,
Basically, the
I got it
sequence,
now,
the
but-
sequence was one had to be on. One row, there had to be one light on in each row, unless it said there was no light on at all. The second number that you saw told you which row that had to be on in each column.
Yeah, so there had to be one on in one on in two, two on in three, and so on and so forth. And
Right.
It's basically a position and state description. So the first column of numbers was the position, and the second column of numbers was the state.
That's right.
That's a good way. Okay, that's an easier way to.
Yeah, and the state could have been 0, 1, or 2. 1 being north, 2 being south, 0 being off.
And what I'm going to say also, just for you guys, since we got a couple minutes, there will be a lot of combat in this. This is not going to be purely puzzles, but I cannot stress enough to not take anything lightly. Like the jar that you found, stuff like that. This is what I'm going to be putting you guys through is sort of like a brain teaser kind of a thing. And I know how smart all of you guys are. I know exactly how smart you guys are.
I think you're overestimating how smart I am.
No, I don't think so, because I just trapped you with my first trap. So the smarter that you are, the more difficult the trap might be, because as smart people, what is your biggest fault? Is
that sounds like something you would say to a dumb person to make them feel smart.
No. When they say to people like you, it's okay, you have street smarts.
Right.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Are there any escape rooms near you?
Escape rooms?
They have the other ones,
I just did an escape room.
You go in it and they lock you in and you've got to complete.
There is one. There is one.
We gotta do that next time I'm up there, man.
Oh, for sure. Well,
those things are so much fun.
They have one at the Union Station, dude. But so I will give you this hint. If you guys want, some of the inspiration that I'm getting this from is from the game series The Room, for your mobile game series The Room. There's 4, and let me tell you, some of the best brain teasing games there are. But you will get a lot of answers in the coming adventures from that game series.
That's a good hint.
Yeah, it's actually a really, really well-reviewed game series, too, in terms of puzzle games. I've never played it, but I heard it's great.
Oh, fucking great, man. And the third one actually has alternate endings if you are smart enough to find some of the clues, which I have yet to find, damn it.
Well, that was a lot of fun, guys. Let me check my schedule real quick. I'm not sure if I'm free next Thursday or not.
That's fine. Hey, Nick, I want to real quick, and everyone's open for this, but I'm coming up with a new concept in D&D. I'm actually going to be, I talked to Brian about this, but I want to bounce some ideas off you on time travel. So, that ship that you guys were on was my first hint of time traveling. Right, in D&D.
Which ship? The one that we just found?
Yeah, the one that you just got ejected off at the beginning of the game. That was a time ship.
The one that was flying.
Oh, that was a time ship. Okay, I thought it was a spaceship. All right, cool.
Well, tomato. But what I'm doing is I'm sort of combining the idea of choose your own adventures with. Have you guys ever seen DC's Legends of Tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I love that show.
Alright, so it goes off of the 3rd season with the time anachronisms and Mollis. That's what I'm going with. Now, what I'm going to do is you're going to have this first module, right? This first adventure. And it's going to determine whether or not you go to adventure A, adventure B, or adventure C, right? And then from there's going to be a series of possibilities of completing those that you could go back into time and completely jack shit up. And have a totally different endings that could end up releasing the big demon guy.
That's pretty cool. I'm really curious about how you're going to implement the time travel mechanics. I mean, it seems like what you're doing is like you're basically introducing a number of timelines, and you're only giving so many options for what those timelines can be based on, I guess, quote-unquote fixed points in time,
right?
Which only have like X number of variables. So if you have like 3 or 4 decision points, then you only have like 12 or 15 permutations of like possible things that you have to be ready to plan for.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm reading Brief History in Time by Stephen Hawking right now, right?
Oh, that's a great book.
Oh yeah, fucking dude, like crazy good. So the way I interpret time travel is that time travel in itself is not possible, but what is possible, according to the multi-theory, is that you're able to travel to different points in
Time travel is totally possible forward.
Well, no, because think about it. Stephen Hawking said that time itself is not fixed. That everybody has
but
a
if you're
different measurement
going
of time.
99% the speed of light, you're time traveling compared to every other human that's ever existed.
The way that I interpret time travel is that what you do is that it's through the multiverse complex. So when you quote unquote go back into time, you're actually going to a different dimension in that which that time period began.
You're talking about branches of time in the multiverse.
Right.
So you're doing timelines.
That's not really time travel. That's
timeline.
Dimension.
Well, no, but that's based off
timeline with Colin. Where
that's based off the time travel in Legends of Tomorrow, where there's a set, like one quote unquote supposed true timeline. And a set of
there are a million antecedents that made us come to this timeline, and then in those timelines, a few of those antecedents never occurred. So it's a different branch. So that you're not actually talking about time travel. Time travel is traveling the length of the branch forward and backwards. What you're saying is going from one branch to another.
Yeah, you're right.
That's not actually time travel. That's interdimensional.
That's exactly how I interpret time travel. Is that there's no such thing as time travel itself.
Yeah, you can go forward in time. That's easy. That's you just go super fast. You can do that. They've done that with really precise clocks. You just can't go backwards.
You don't even have to go that fast. It's time travel. Right. So what people don't realize about the whole time travel thing is that, going closer to the speed of light,
forward.
Like how quickly you age compared to people who are not going at the speed of light.
Right.
But the speed of light. Remember the whole EMC squared thing. If you have as much mass in a center in a place as you do like the equivalent amount of light energy, then time slows down there too. Time happens at the speed of light, or as you get next to a black hole.
Dilation.
So, but you can't go as fast as light because it takes infinite amount of energy in order to propel to the speed of light.
So here's the really cool thing about it. That's both ends of the spectrum.
Okay.
Right? The densest you could possibly get is the black hole, and the lightest you could possibly get is the photon. Right? So if you have infinite speed or infinite mass, either of those are quote-unquote time traveling or time dilation.
Okay.
But what you don't realize is that it's a quantized spectrum. So ignore the quantized part. It's a spectrum. Any point in that spectrum has its own localized time.
Okay, got it.
So, at the 50% point between black hole and light is equal distribution of energy and matter, and call that call that T prime, normal baseline time. It doesn't really actually exist, but it's just a good reference point.
Right.
So it's not because So if you just remember that the photons are on one side and the black holes are on the other side, and it's a continuum along the way. And the quantized part basically says that it's not infinitely divisible. There is a minimum digit. There's a minimum slice that has a minimum amount of time that can pass in there. What am I trying to say? A minimum time dilation, right?
Right.
The variation between branches.
Yeah, that's what it means to be quantized. To be quantized means to mean digital.
So what I'm doing is I'm going to outline this because from what I am starting to see with my DMing style is so far I haven't changed in my DMing style. I seem to work better on the fly. I don't know if you guys know this, but this entire night tonight was completely winged.
Oh, I wouldn't have known.
So I seem to do better on the fly, but I can also combine my abilities to work on the fly. If you guys, essentially, you don't know this, but you guys were in charge of how the dungeon was going to go. You guys decided, I let you guys talk, and as you were talking, it formulated the world that you played in, right? So the reason I did that was because I wanted to test how you guys would react with time. As I put that in, you guys are going to eventually go forward, backward in time, and the thing about your guys' evil characters, what would you do? Would you hold the timeline sacred? Because if you fucked it up, you'll kill yourself.
His grandparents.
Right.
No. I
or it could be that you guys are willing.
Slave.
Well,
I'd fuck my worst enemy's grandmother.
Yes. Well, I like turning bad guys into the unseen heroes. Think about it. Good
Anti-heroes, right?
Good guys have a limitation on how they would protect something. You guys don't.
We can be horrible assholes and still have
an outcome that's good for moving the story forward.
Right.
But we just are anti-heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
We're the ones willing to spill the blood.
So my thoughts on your time
good.
travel idea are that as long as you are clear about the fact that it's timelines that can branch,
thank you,
and you're clear about the rules, or if maybe they're got to be mysterious on purpose at first, but eventually when we need to use the mechanic to make gameplay decisions, at that point it needs to be really
if these portals travel through time, like if that is in any way, we're gonna need to know.
The portals themselves.
They would have to travel through time if you're going from place to place instantaneously.
They're going off the quantum mechanics where a particle does not necessarily have it. Space between two particles is irrelevant, right?
Entangled particles? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Quantum entanglement. So the portals are a manifestation of quantum entanglement, but that is only on the plane that you're at, okay? On the prime material plane, because the laws of physics completely change when you go to other planes, right? Like, look up Pandemonium. Pandemonium is my favorite of all the planes. Oh, dude. My favorite.
I'm such a novice still.
So all the planes they have different things.
Damn, what's that movie? There's a movie where they're walking on stairs and upside down and shit. And
well, Pandemonium is like, you'll look at a piece of paper, the paper will freeze, and then it'll turn into slop, and then it'll turn into a guitar, and then it'll disappear forever. It's constantly changing.
Surrealist.
So it's a chaos.
Roll20 has a good write-up on the planes of existence.
Really? Ooh,
I mean,
really?
It's not fantastic, but for a complete beginner, it's a pretty good write-up.
Well, yeah, you're gonna need it because Baba Yaga, the actual hut. I really hate giving spoilers out, but
no, don't. You told me. I already know. And she told everyone. It's just too good of a thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. Thank you for stopping me, brother.
I gotta get off of here.
All right.
Yeah.
So then,
that was good.
I know you guys around if your time travel ideas, but I think the most important thing. So make sure that you.
I'm obsessed with time travel.
Just make sure that you establish the boundaries and the mechanics for traveling forward and backward.
So what I'm going to do is, since this is in the infancy and we're not even anywhere near, I got the new epic level handbook that was on DM's Guild because you guys are going to go far beyond level 20. You know.
Nice.
But here's the thing. So I want my rules. I'm trying to develop our own sort of homebrew world that branches from Forgotten Realms. Kind of not like Skybound, but maybe a little bit ish like that. Now that I got a campaign cartographer, I could design worlds without number. So you guys are going to be going and getting into that kind of stuff, right? But what I need are some solid. At the end of the game session, I would like to go over what were the ups and downs on the rules that we come with and solidify them into a full plan, right?
Okay.
Right, do a little bit of live play testing.
That's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to remain completely open-minded, and you guys know how I am argumentative. It's all about construction. So when we get closer to that, and you guys will know when you're getting closer to that, I'm combining all the aspects of my gaming abilities from the ship stuff, you know, and you guys can't be taking laser rifles into sensitive places without, or you could, that's the thing about, as you have seen in my games, whatever the hell you want, you just have to suffer the consequences of them. So, I'm thinking of this, Nick. Have you ever, you know about the chaos theory, right? That shit just random happens. Okay, what do you think of this, man?
Alright guys, I'll see you tomorrow.
See you later. Nick, and I want you to think of this too.
Stop recording.
Okay. Both of you, because